that shit as well. Gonna eat that shit as well. We're gaming.
Whoa!
Oh, you good?
Sounds a lot more like a Looney Tunes cartoon than
Yeah.
it should sound in a normal person's house.
I was gonna say, do you got a bunch of Acme anvils back there, Pat? Oh, no, you weren't listening.
What I
Do you
missed?
got a bunch of like Acme anvils back there, Pat?
Acne and.
It sounded like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
I fucking fell off my chair because my chair only has 2 screws and it should have 4. So like it's not the most sturdy thing. Like and you know the screws keep falling out, so it just I think
That
you can
does not
imagine
sound
what this
ideal.
fell on my ass.
That's what we call a gaming moment.
Why do you
A real
what is your
pog champ.
with gaming? I have never once played a game in my entire life. Everything I do is 100% serious, always.
I don't know what you're talking about. Games are always 100% serious.
That's fair, actually. That's pretty fair. So, because of Corona, I still have not gotten around to making Thren horns, so I will not be full cosplay tonight, unfortunately. But I would like to.
Pat, I'm trying to get in the zone for when we get our gamer drink sponsorship.
Oh shit! Yeah, right. We're gonna try to get a gamer drink sponsorship. Who do you think's gonna support us?
I don't know, but definitely one of these really sus-looking ones. That's like first drink proven to improve cognitive performance for gaming.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Where are the talents like descriptions?
They're not in the ChangedStars document. They're in the main document. I know it's very confusing. It's not very well designed.
Well, you're not supposed to say that while the stream's live.
Why?
Well, I mean, they can see it for themselves. Like, guess what, stream? If you want to pick items, not only does it not tell you what any of the items do in the original thing, you then have to go between, like, the spreadsheet, and then the individual descriptions that are later in the document.
Hey, it's a work in progress.
Well, it's not about when you pick items. It's more when you buy medical items or anything that isn't in your original pack, because then you either don't know how much it costs, or you don't know what it does. So you have to keep flipping back and forth.
Amazing. Yes, we have a great system, everybody. The best system.
Yeah, really.
I mean, it's a great system.
I mean,
it
that
just
part
needs
will
to
be
be
fixed in the actual
consolidated.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, it just needs to be consolidated.
True. Yeah.
What
that's
we,
what
it's
we're
been
working on.
it's been separated out for individual, like, to split up the work, and then it'll be put back together once everything is properly edited in the chunks, and then it'll be organized in a way that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. So I have the ChangedStars system provisional document. Lee, do you think I need anything else open for tonight's game?
Not at all.
Should I have the character
document
open too?
I
feel like I probably should.
I don't ink, so.
I think you'd need it to run.
Yeah, I know.
I
This
mean,
is
it's
my
not
first
how you
time.
really make
testing out-
NPCs.
Yeah. My first time testing out our system that we're working on, so you know, it's gonna be exciting. I'm sure it'll be super super intuitive, and I've got Lee to help me. So Alright, let me make a show post real quick.
Alright, and so you just do it. Do you do the deed right in A44 obs and con? Or do I just leave us on the ship dummy room?
Oh, yeah. We're gonna start there. No. I'll move us over into that.
Alright, I've
that
place. Say I've
That's a good
moved
place
us
to start.
ogre.
No.
Is there a
we
document
won't
that
say
tells us the gear that we should have for this one?
No, just defaults, like the default packages.
Okay.
Yeah, just choose from the default packets. Who's Lead 96? Is that you? Do you have a
No,
new fucking
That's
Oh.
that's another Lee that we know.
Huh? Oh wait, is
Oh,
that
shit!
is that the other Lee that I know? Is that Zaz? The player of
Oh
Zaz?
my
Weather boy. Dang. A mysterious and elusive Lee has entered the chat. It is! Shout out, friend. Great to see you.
Alright, tonight I'm hosting in the #ChangedStars system for the first time. Join us for a wild
1 moment.
ride as our players team up with a war veteran. Previously bethought. Seeking to prove.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay. I also have Madeline labeled as Lee, he, him. I am not doing a very good job here. Okay. Okay. The three of us? Oh, the three Lees. We Lees three.
Three Lees. So.
We release of something yet to.
Gamer time. I am game to game, if you know what I'm saying. Alright.
Apparently, my edge break allows me to perform X maneuvers as a single action.
Oh,
Cool.
Yes, that edge break, which is definitely prepared for prime time.
Yep.
I wrote a whole bunch of space rules recently, and we're probably gonna have to throw them all out. They just got too complicated. They're like, it was 6 pages, and I was just like, this is not achieving our objectives here, gamers.
Aw, that's kind of sad. I'm sorry for your loss.
Burn it. Well, don't burn it all, but like burn most of space combat.
Amazing. Good thing we won't have any this time. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Winkles the Winkleskins!
I mean, it's all space combat.
Oh
In
god,
the
you're
sense that
right.
We're all within space.
Even if we're on planets, we're technically on giant celestial
But
bodies
yeah, it's not
flying around in
spaceship
space.
combat.
Everything is space combat! Alrighty.
I'm going to have a very specialized character.
Amazing. I hope you're not specialized for actual pilot shit.
Should I not be?
I might have to test out Lee's space combat system too. Lee.
I cannot do that if that would be bad.
I mean, you know, we could try it. We could try it. Lee, do you think you've got that gumption?
Well,
Do
I
you
mean,
actually
like
want to test what you mean?
the issue is that to use the space combat that exists, you would need to actually have the entire map of the spaceship, not the bridge and an elevator. Guess
Yeah,
what
you
we
need
have.
all of the rooms.
I will be right back. I just
A space station?
watch it.
Cool, characters no longer specialized.
Yeah, sorry. I should probably have told you that, like, yes, it would be nice to have a pilot, but maybe don't specialize in doing pilot things. Feel like kind of a jerk now.
No, that's fine.
You know what we really needed that we don't have? A medic.
Do we really need a medic? Should I just dump this character?
What's Lee playing? Has Lee chosen?
An officer.
Ah, okay.
So you're playing a what?
I think she's playing a not officer.
And so wait.
I'm an engineer,
So
I do systems and mechanics really well.
wait. Do we have? Oh yeah, you said we have 3 Lees. So we have a Lee GMing, and we have another Lee that's going to be playing.
No, that's just
Oh.
the person who's watching us.
Oh, that Lee. Oh, okay. But no, but where's the third one then?
There is no third one. It's
Then
gonna be
who
3
said
players.
who said 3 then?
I don't know.
Ah, okay.
I
so
mean,
which one?
like,
so which one of
3
you is GMing
total?
then?
Oh, you mean the 3 leads in the chat? No, that's not it.
So Pat's GMing tonight then, or
I'm jamming.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Hype. All right. Yeah. So if Lee's playing an officer, and all right, yeah. I'll screw it. All right. Pilot's gone. Enith Laya is back.
Amazing. I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. I now have a Mirai pilot waiting for another game. That's like half
Oh,
finished.
Indeed, Madeline was labeled Lee. We 3 Lees.
Oh, okay.
The Lee
that's why.
Musketeers, if you will.
The Lee Musketeers. Jesus Christ.
Okay, well, now that Eric's playing Anathlaya, we're ready, right? We can get
Yeah,
started?
pretty much. I mean, if we were waiting on Lee, but
But which Lee?
No,
No,
Lee
okay.
just, well, yeah, you're right. Lee's got water now, hopefully.
Oh, I'm sorry. You thought I was hydrating? No, no. I got the sugar water. Ooh, and I am not in love with my mix just now.
Did you put actual sugar into water instead of selecting a, pre-mixed brand?
No, but there's several different beverages in there. Hell yeah, correct. Correct. Leaves just naturally gather hydration from the atmosphere, actually, so we just need the sugar infusion to keep going. It's our metabolism.
Lee is a plant, confirmed.
He's a special skill. Yeah, I need to put on my resume, really. Photosynthesize. That's a lie, huh? Alright, so I've got all 3 PCs ready to go wherever you decide to drop them, Pat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one sec. So, does everybody has the characters and everything?
Yep.
Quite so.
Okay.
Or should I say, indubitably?
Sometimes
Okay,
I wish
cool.
that you were born into a non-English speaking language. Well, I guess a non-English language.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I mean, in Latin, adverbs use like a long E or a couple of different things.
Oh, a long
None of them
E?
rhyme
You're telling
with
me I
Lee.
wouldn't find a way to work with that?
Oh man, Lee,
It's a long E pronounced like lente, so it doesn't rhyme with Lee. It just is spelled E.
Lee, are you Gyrinar
No, that's Madeline.
Kron? Oh, that's Madeline. Okay. And how do you Girinar Kron? Girinar Kron?
I mean,
Man,
Am I
that
pronouncing it right?
yeah.
I don't know. One of those attempts was correct, probably.
Girinar Kron. Okay. Girinar Kron. I've got it. I can get this. Okay. So, yeah. So you guys are all gonna start off on a space. Let me turn on a little bit less distracting song because I am losing my mind here. Voyage to Colossus is somewhat of a stressful song.
It does go kind of hard.
Maybe a bit blind.
It goes hard. It's a good song, but
It was like good
Let's
intro
go hard.
music.
yeah, absolutely. Wait, no, that's a little dark. Let's see.
Oh, Dark Future sounds
Cold
much less
Beats.
stressful.
Yeah, it kind of does though.
Put on Mr.
I'm gonna
Blue
go-
Sky. It's what we have playing in our spaceship.
Here, I kind of just want Unchanged Colossus, which is a nice mellow fucking song. All right, cool. So, you guys are going to start this marvelous journey tonight on the deck of a Trinity Union vessel or Union station, which has some representatives of each kind of component faction of the Trinity, and this is just kind of a bureaucratic space station that is positioned wherever the bureaucracy at large decides it is necessary. And right now, it is kind of in the core human space, conveniently enough, quite close to where you'll be.
I saw something
heading
get
later
hit.
on.
Do you think that we can see?
Yeah. Hold on. So you want us to throw? Where do you want the characters to be, Pat?
Yeah, in this main
Or are we
room.
not supposed to yet?
Bam, bam,
Sorry.
bam.
Okay.
Gamer vision.
I don't think Vex is playing. I think it's Inathlaya. Or you, Vex, Lee.
Wow, wow.
Wait, are you Vex? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I thought that.
Indeed.
Okay. Cool. All right. Sorry. You know what? Friggin' Eric mentioned that he was working on a Mirai pilot, and I just kind of assumed that's what we were looking at there. Okay, you're Vex. Cool. So, Grinar Prond, you are, I believe, the representative of the bureaucracy, correct? And Inithlaya and Vex are the salvage team?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, well, you're playing an officer, so aren't you the bureaucrat, Lee?
Yeah. Oh wait, that's not how Pat said
Oh,
it.
are you?
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
Vex,
the officer.
Sorry, is Vex the officer?
Yeah, that's not
Vex is the officer, and we're the salvage team.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, yeah, because I'm clearly confused a little bit, let me have you guys describe your characters. So, into the room from kind of over yonder, around here, walks the person that brought you all together today. A friend, man by the name of Frialana, aka Freya Quicks. So let me put a name tag on him.
Whoa, yeah, hold on. That should have already been. What's going on here?
And if is like, I used to look like that, and then I got a makeover.
I did used to look like that.
Oh, is this not? Did I not set the default on this character?
Back in my sex therapist days, before I became a salvager, apparently.
No, he's still all of those things. He's a man of many hats. he is still
many qualifications.
he's
Come,
he's
space
technically a
tender, tell me the tale of the man of many wiles.
I mean, yeah, he's still a doctor, still a sex therapist, but he's also been a smuggler, an exterminator, I guess, and now he's a salvager.
Amazing.
You know, it's tough out here. He keeps getting stranded in all of these shitholes.
Amazing. Yeah, the Trinity is truly not as great at the whole universal bureaucracy of all three species as it claims to be, because Inathlaya clearly keeps getting left
sometimes
on
when you have to choose between giving sex therapy to another repressed human and a life-threatening adventure, you just have to go with the adventure.
It's every now and then he just gets sick of his appointment book being filled with rasts, and he just has to go and do something suicidal. He's like, if I have to deal with one more fucking space otter.
Inathlaya, not a furry, confirmed.
No, it's more the fact that they can't stop like scatting when they come.
Bop 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 bay. Indeed. So,
Inathlaya.
hey George.
Inathlaya really hates jazz. Okay, Pat is successfully
the rest combination thereof.
Pat has successfully been broken already.
It's way too early for this.
And for everyone playing bingo out there, Pat Peak's mic is checked off.
Holy shit. Okay. So into the room walks your employer du jour, a man by the name of Frialana, aka Freya Quicks. So to tell you a little bit about him before I let you guys introduce your characters, he is kind of in a bad situation, in spite of his bubbly personality, he seems to have fallen between the cracks with regards to a bit of bureaucratic dealings. See, he's not from this time period, or at the very least, that's what he keeps shouting rather loudly in the face of people asking him what year it is. Just kidding, he doesn't actually do that. He is a defraud soldier from the war that occurred 100 years ago. He was hired, or he enlisted towards the end of the war, and he was born on a planet that was ravaged in the early days of the war, and by the humans, of course. And a lot of the documents from that planet and many other planets just don't exist anymore, including his, birth certificate and a whole bunch of other shit. So, he's really, really between the cracks in terms of bureaucracy. The one place that he thinks that he can find something to prove that he was actually a participant in the war and somebody who exists in the first place is in a station that was built midway through the war, known as Belladonna Station. This is not something that many people know exists because the Thren Federation that built it were not overly proud of what they had it do. You'll probably find out more about the station over the course of the evening. Either way, Freya Lana has already discussed this with the Veterans Affairs Committee, and they were less than willing to just kind of let him slide and get that good, set for the rest of your life stipend that they have, rested away in their vault of holding to deal with veterans, after the war. They still have a lot of money reserved for it, is kind of the thing that I'm trying to imply here. He needs to prove that he was a soldier, and that's where you come in. He's spoken with the bureaucracy, and they've put together a small team of salvagers and one annoying bureaucrat to ensure that you guys don't tamper too hard with a long defunct and absolutely illegal to trespass on massive war station that they just kind of left lying around. So that's the scenario for tonight. And Freya walks in, giving a cheery, "Howdy, hey! You must be the team. Pleasure to make your acquaintances. I have heard absolutely nothing about you, so please enlighten me. I'm eager to find out as much as I can."
He sounds exactly the way he looks.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a ditz. So let's start with Vex.
Vex just sort of looks at Freya, and the little insectoid translator box blares, "Hello, you can call me Vex. I will be your supervisor. My favorite things are efficiency and the color green." I just kind of look at him.
"You seem absolutely spectacular. Pleasure to make your acquaintance." He does he actually puts out his hand in a very human sort of gesture, a very, very human, put her there handshake,
I do not touch the peon's appendage.
He says, "Oh, this is something they do in all the Rast home ships. I'm sorry, it's maybe not something you're acquainted with. Well, I mean, some of the Rast home ships, specifically Rin, where I was defraud. Anyway, and you must be the salvage team. Wow, salvagers, just like the folks who pried me out of the cold grips of that skeletal ship that I was floating around in space in for 100 years. Except they were Rast, and they charged a lot for it. Hi!"
That sounds like that.
"Yeah, I see you've made the acquaintance of more than one Rast in the past. Ha! Put her there!" He extends his hand in a
Sure.
fairly human
Yeah.
expression.
Enith Laya will return the gesture slightly hesitantly. Out of curiosity, do you have any idea whether your mannerisms resulted from the method of your thawing?
Mannerisms? Oh, you mean my cheery personality? No, I've had that forever. Gets on people's nerves. Sorry.
Interesting. I'm glad it survived the war intact.
Yeah, I mean, I only saw like 5 years of actual combat, so a little less damage than some of the others, I think. But you know, not so unscathed that I have a decent living to return to. He kind of like winces at that.
I mean, generally being frozen for a while will do that.
Yeah.
At this point,
And
Brandon just
so
goes
you're
over
in
here.
Atalaya, right?
Yes, that's my name.
Hi. Where you headed there, friend? Put her there.
Did you not read my contract? I don't engage in
Or
small
not.
talk. It was in clause 17. I find things
Yeah.
and salvage.
So
End
that's
of
the
list.
other half of our lovely team.
Right, contracts. Yes, I absolutely read those. Yeah. So, Grinhar, if you have anything further to say about your character, now would be the ideal time. Let's get a look at her.
I like the art.
Shift Z. It's taking
so
a while
you're
to
in
load for
our-
me. Yeah.
It's because it's
Is,
way.
I'm not I'm not exactly sure what kind of neuroatypical things Thrin have, but Girinar is kind of on whatever that spectrum looks like for the Thrin.
Mhm.
She
Okay.
lacks most of the Thrin empathy and social skills, but is very smart and good at fixing things and seeing patterns. And actually used to be a bureaucrat, but had to interact with too many
nice.
people, and so quit to go pursue danger instead.
Amazing. Oh man, I'm looking at that piece of art now, and I'm like, wow, that really is
So,
really old.
so between the three of us, we have one functioning personality.
Max's personality is
And
Max's
all of its
personality is
Enid
fully
Laya.
online. It
And we
is-
have a very efficient
Terrible.
party, except for the talky one, is another way to look at that.
Oh, the one functioning personality
talking
was
one?
just Enith Laya. I wasn't including you.
Terrible. All right.
We
yeah.
should probably describe the Thren physically, because we saw Girinar has a really good picture, but I mean, you can see Enith Laya's face, but he is he clearly dressed for work, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
His work is, of course, being a medic. So he is wearing a skin-tight spacesuit that is black. It has body windows on the front and the back of the chest and the shoulder blades. And then it has big pouches on each of the thighs and on the small of the back for medical equipment. And it has the universal symbol for medic in cyan down each shoulder.
Excellent. Yeah, I haven't finished drawing the overall picture yet, but you will absolutely have art for this character you played like 1,000 games with at some point.
I need to vary, but it's such a good character.
Well, I mean, like, Eric, like, everybody else gets like custom art every week, and you played the same damn character each and every week, and I'm still not giving you a full on.
That is I do find that funny.
It's kind of a dick move on my part, but in my defense, I've had Corona for the past like 3 weeks. So.
I'm definitely not blaming you for that. I have not been complaining. I would like to put that on the record.
So this bureaucrat over here kind of looks up from her computer and looks around at the group and says, are you prepared to disembark? You know, we normally don't sanction this sort of operation, but given the atypical circumstances, well, it's something we need to look into to make sure that, we're actually, we're not, we're not, preventing an actual veteran from their due rewards for serving in the war.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, we have to verify because, well, it's embarrassing to admit we have had a lot of fake claims, so to speak. There's a substantial, fund reserved for veterans, and it's just been so long since the war, and we're still getting claims. So it's really something we have to look into to prevent fraud.
Understandable.
And, Freya kind of grimaces at this, kind of atypical for his smiling demeanor, and says, to the group, not the bureaucrat, fraud my perky tail. Those jerks over there are really just trying to gatekeep and prevent a true veteran like myself from
do Thren have the little tails?
Desserts. Desserts, and yes, they do. They totally have cute little goat tails. It is absolutely a thing.
I forget whether I asked you that earlier because I.
How about I showed you the quote unquote anatomy study that I made of a Thren?
So
yeah, no, you're right.
Vex responds to his, I believe, co-worker with, "Such is the price of certainty, a certain loss of efficiency. We will ensure the records are verified."
Excellent. That's really all we need. And it's so unfortunate that you'll have to be going towards Belladonna Station. The place gives me the creeps that it's even in existence anymore. I mean, you know what they did? Horrible stuff.
Do I know what they did?
No, probably not. But I would say if any of you would like
classified.
to, I believe. Yeah, it is quite classified, but there's rumors. There's definitely rumors in in perpetuation. And those rumors kind of imply that they were very close to human in behavior.
Interesting.
And it is a known fact that the kind of famous Commander Trent spent her last days in service on the Belladonna Station before retiring, rather silently. So it is not a happy place.
Noted.
Yes, and that's where you're going to be going. So, Freya kind of looks the group over and says, "All right, well, that's awful cheery and everything, but why don't we get on going? I'm glad to have such competent folks on my side here. I don't know that I could have delved into that dark and dreary dungeon of a space station by my lonesome, even with my handy pistol."
You're really overselling it.
Vex makes that familiar scent to his coworkers, the vexed pheromone, and just kind of like walks the elevator, saying, "We are leaving now."
Yeah, he pats you on the shoulder and and says, "I really don't think I am overselling it."
That's
before getting into
that's why he's named.
So you were stationed there?
And just just as you step into the elevator, this individual kind of walks out and he says, yeah, one sec. Let me just let me plug in our kind of destination here." As this person walks out past you and looks over the room, she is definitely not the exact same person as Rina, but she totally looks it.
Why would you show the token if it's?
She looks at you, Inithlaya, and presumably Grinar as well, and kind of looks you up and down and says, "Pleasure to make your acquaintance. The name is Erisandal. I'm a marshal with the Federation, and doing a little reconnaissance here. And she kind of brings out a chip, which you know that you could easily plug into one of your devices, and says, "I've got here a list of suspected smugglers. And if any of you run across these folks, please, my contact information is also on the chip." And she hands it to. Do you think Anathlia or Grinar would be more receptive to this?
Grinar,
I mean, I used to work for Trinity Bureaucracy. Like, I'd take it. I abhor things like
so
smugglers
she hands you
who are
the
against
chip,
order.
I was gonna say, like,
says,
either or works.
Mhm.
It's a list of like wanted people, I think.
Yeah, it's a list of wanted people, and she says there's no real great descriptions of them, but it's a vast smuggling ring that's been operating in this system, trying to find out more about that. Handing this chip out to everybody I see.
We will report any deviant drones encountered, crime herder.
Yeah, you got it. And she walks into the other room, and I will show you now. I've got a couple of like handouts prepared for this today, which is not something I always do. There you are. It should be in all players' journals now. The digital listings.
Cool.
Yeah, so that out of the way, Freya kind of pops out from the elevator station and kind of says, yeah, so I was actually stationed there for the last, well, for my only 5 years of service. Yeah, I'd love to tell you more about it. Let's get to the ship, and I'll regale you with my war stories. So I'm gonna the elevator goes down without a hitch. No real issues here. It's a well-kept station, and you are whisked away to your ship. So, which one of you guys is the pilot again, or did we decide that?
Don't have one. I mean, let me double check. I've got a total of 4 in operation. Does anyone have better than that?
You know what? I mean, you guys are I'm gonna say that you guys have a bot with you.
Cool.
Let me grab a
autopilot Fred.
I roll all of 4 dice to pilot the vehicle.
Yeah, one sec. Let me grab. Well, I guess there's nothing uploaded yet, but let me grab one of those old. Actually, let me get a Thren kind of pilot AI.
And we just say it's the sim in the machine. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we should have does Anathlia still have Lee in his comm unit?
Oh my god!
Unfortunately, I think you had to delete that comm box as a contents. You downloaded a virus.
Lee was the virus.
I don't know. They were a fairly useful and friendly virus.
No, you've got a Tokipri model.
How adorable.
Tokipri
Pilots your shit.
Does it say its name like that, like a Pokemon?
Yeah,
Tokipri. Tokipri.
I'm pretty sure that's what I named them. I don't remember now, but I don't remember them being exactly the name of a Pokemon, but whatever. This one's a Tokipri.
No. I meant the way Madeline said it when you did. He was like, "You have a Tokipri," and Madeline was like, "Tokipri," and I was like, "All right, now the bot needs to say its name like that."
Yes,
like it's a Pokemon.
Yours absolutely does.
Cool.
And they're going to be your pilot du jour. At least until Freya looks around and says, "Oh my, you guys don't have a pilot? You use one of those droids? Crazy. I'm a pilot. That's what I did in the military. If you guys want, I could try my hands at it now."
That will not be necessary.
So you were a pilot attached to a space station.
Yes.
What did you fly?
Our point of it was our a base of operations. You know what space stations are for, right? You know, like he is actually kind of a dick here, and he's like, you know what they're for, right? They serve as bases for a lot of space stations. At least that's what Belladonna was doing. You guys fly something like this. He says that he flew kind of a prototype of the current Thren Pursuer. What they were using during the war for kind of dogfights.
Cool.
Yeah.
Enith Laya has no comment or opinion one way or the other.
Yeah, so he says, all right, well, it's just a station, or it's just a system to the south in the Neptune 2 system. So I guess buckle up, everybody. If you want, I'll pilot. If you don't want, I won't.
The designated contractors will fulfill their obligations.
He puts his hands up again, very kind of distinctly human or Rastian gesture. He's like, my bad, I won't touch the cockpit.
I just kind of like stand back a meter and just sort of like with my big badonkadonk thorax wave and just sort of stand there because I'm a Mirai. Sitting is for losers.
So yeah, so once we get on the way, Enith Laya would move over to chat with Freya. So, as a medical professional, I'm curious. How does being frozen... Well, first of all, how long were you frozen for?
I mean, so I went missing, my ship went missing in 2011, which, is not the current date system. Your date system, this is like the old Federation way of dating things. 2011 would probably translate to, it actually translates to 5 years after the war. But they were still doing a lot of like cleanup operations at 5 years after the war, and there was still kind of a very large remnant fleet.
Okay.
That was, fucking things up in a lot of human core systems. Even though the main warhead, actually, you know what? I've been saying 5 years for this guy, but I'm looking at the file that I wrote for him. He served a bit longer than 5 years. No, he served exactly 5 years. Never mind. So this would actually be like more like 4 years after the war. Basically he explains that so he went down in the Neptune 2 rebellion, and his ship got shot down by the notorious blue-winged rat moth, who is a kind of well-known mythic figure on the human side.
And how long ago were you thawed out?
He says, oh, I've been kicking now for maybe been 5 Trinity years. I don't know. The Rats use different systems. I was stuck in Rin for quite a while.
So how old would that make you physically then compared to your actual,
Physically, yeah. So I guess it's 25 when I got frozen. So that'd make me what, 30 now?
That is how math works. Yes.
I suppose I'm 30 years old. Quite young. young and rearing to go.
Does he appear?
Yeah, he appears.
Yeah,
he appears
does
like
that
he's
look right?
He looks like he's in his he actually looks kind of like he's in his late 20s. He's got a very young face. But no, he could easily be in his early to mid 30s. Yeah, I mean physically, let me give you a little description of him. He is wearing more or less diegetically what you see there. He also has a big old satchel. You know, this is fancy kind of attire. Definitely outdated. Kind of like an old-fashioned statement. And he's got a big old satchel with a few odds and ends. One thing that you notice is that he has a physical book, a human book, no less. And a couple other strange things. You know, like it's got some Rastian odds and ends, and his pistol does not look like a standard pistol. It does look like it was modified or made, even perhaps at a Rastian home ship.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's all Ian and Fly had.
And yeah, so if you guys presumably talk a bit more, maybe you go into cryo sleep because it is going to be like a week-long journey to the next system. But after a good bit of time passes, you probably spend it frozen. Freya does not, however, go into the freezer. He seems to have a strong aversion to that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he kicks around reading during the week.
How is this? By the way, is this the ship? Like, is this the entirety of the ship? This one room, or is like there?
No. That's just the bridge. There's multiple.
Okay,
multiple
so there's like quarters and stuff like that.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
We just don't have them on the map.
Out of curiosity, how warm is Girinar's and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Girinar's and Enid Blia's relationship.
That's a good question.
What is it?
How what is the basis of our relationship? Purely business?
Yeah, y'all coworkers.
I mean, yeah, I assume that we have like
Oh.
I think I started the salvaging company with someone who was actually good at social skills, and either they're elsewhere or we parted ways. I assume we have like more people. They just aren't on this particular mission. So you probably haven't worked here that long, given that you're a sex therapist.
Hey, I'm also a professional
And we're probably
medical
not hired
doctor.
by me, given that you're a social skills person.
Also
So
makes
I'm gonna
sense.
assume you're friends with my business partner. And I'm
Fair
like,
enough.
New hire, discomfort, but this is to get us integrated so we can work together.
Indeed. I mean, like, you know, I don't know exactly how Inaflaya swings, but Freya is definitely like a sexual creature and makes no shame of it.
I'd say
Very
he's prob-
bottomy.
I'd say he's probably equal opportunity.
Yeah, then Freya definitely flirts the hell out of you.
You know that Fry was just with a bunch of Rast, right? You've still got it.
I mean, I don't think they have
I guess it doesn't
residue.
matter.
STIs potentially, but
I mean, you are a medic. You could check.
yes. It's he will definitely say to Fry, if you are in need of a professional checkup or a therapy
It's
session,
been so
let
long
me know.
since I had a good proper therapy session with an actual friend. The rest don't have the same comprehension therapy that we do.
Very well then, step into my office.
Thank you. What a pleasure.
Hold on.
Insert the sim noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me find that right track for that occasion.
Oh man, you have a track for this week?
Oh, I know he has Careless Whisper on here.
Oh my god. Wait, is Careless Whisper royalty free? Wait, deadass?
Oh no, just royalty
Right.
funk.
Amazing. Well, this gives me a good chance to change the track, actually.
Yurinar make note.
So you
Fuck
guys have-
suspicious employer. Minus 10 points.
Amazing. So, That song eventually ends.
That song is not what plays in Ian Fly's office because he hates jazz, as we've established.
Indeed.
You like jazz?
Slowly, but surely, your spaceship finds its way to that darkest dreams. Out in the, recesses of space, your small Trinity craft floats further and further towards a dark object freely floating in the void. Before you lies the Belladonna station. As you get close, Freya makes some rather poetic remarks. Let me turn the volume down here a little bit. Yeah, Freya looks out the window looks out the comm display more or less and just starts spewing poetic as if rehearsed. Belladonna Station. I remember it well. It was a surreal and twisting thing. It was not a nightmare like the horrors spawned of the feverish minds of the Empire, but a dark dream conceived of by a tired body. It was a thing created to achieve a singular desire. The desire to sleep. The desire to achieve eternal rest. The desire for peace no matter the cost. As the war raged on, the long-repressed need for the station's existence grew, and grew like a vine in the heart of the Federation's commanding officers, until eventually their psyches could no longer restrain its manifestation. On that day, dark blooms erupted from the War Council's Viking corpses, and so was born the tangled mess that put so many Federation commanders to sleep. First was Commander Trent, desperate for rest after fighting so hard for so long. Then came a slew of minor orderlies and vicious warlords who burnt themselves out trying to fight the sleep that they inspired. It gives me shivers to see it to this day. And it
I
is.
feel like you might need another therapy session.
No time. We're already here.
Correct.
More
You can see it
on a
kind of
general
Therapy
basis.
is an inefficient use of time, Vex says. Now understanding what therapy is a euphemism for. he unleashes a certain pheromone.
No. It's not just sex. it's he clearly has some issues that need to be worked out.
Issues addressed on site. Allow us to suit up and engage in bureaucratic ascertaining. And Vex will leave the bridge to go pull on that super suit.
Now would have been the time I'd have asked for a piloting role or something, but we don't really have a pilot, so I'm just not going to
roll
bother
for
with it.
robot.
It's not a Trinity. I mean, yeah, it's a Trinity standard.
Well, I thought Freya was piloting.
Nope.
You guys didn't let her. Or you guys didn't let him. Sorry.
Yeah.
We didn't?
Nope. Vex said no.
What I said was I will allow the contractors to do their jobs, and I said that in a very pointed fashion because he's not the contractor whose job it is to fly the ship. But I mean, I'm just sort of the bureaucratic ride along. Like, it's not really my ship. Like, so it's technically speaking not my call.
He would offer again, and he says, "I do know. I've done this several times before. I do know where the landing hatch that's most convenient would probably be located."
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Yeah, approved. Tokipri, stand down.
Tokipri puts away the knife.
Let's see what I can do with that. It's been a minute since I've done this, and I haven't flown one of these current models, but controls seem about the same. Let's do this. You all suddenly regret rather intensely letting this happen. I'm gonna move you guys back to what am I doing? I think I'm hitting the wrong. Oh my god, Lee, can you move everybody back to the bridge? I'm trying to do that. Actually, never mind. I did it. Cool. Okay. So let me cancel. All right. Let me pop Freya over here. Oh my goodness, my control panel is fucking me up here.
TK241, why don't you at your post?
Indeed. Yeah. So he's going to try to make a roll. I'm gonna give him a +1 to this. 4 successes out of 10 dice. There we go. Look at that. True pilot. Like the back of my hand still after all these years. Beautiful, beautiful. Man, it feels so good to be back behind the wheel. Lovely, lovely. He is actually very good at flying. Even this current model. He actually takes the time while he's slowly flying you guys in, and he says something like, this reminds me when I had my grand skirmish with the rat moth. It's actually right outside Belladonna Station. During that last rebellion. You know the myths and legends about the rat moth? A biting pestilence seemingly born to devour the Belladonna Station. A void-born thing of darkness like the station itself, the two were destined to dance eternally on the stage of their own making, and, when the dance ended and the curtain fell, neither returned to the bow for the audience.
I'm just imagining, every single time you do his monologues, I'm imagining Andy Samberg, as Jake Peralta, doing them.
I just rotate Inithlia and say, is this the poetry in your culture?
It could pass.
Vex does not respond.
Alternatively, it could be the opening for a daytime television show.
I'm gonna move you guys.
We stand on the lift and then go whoop into the boarding zone.
You stand in the boarding zone.
Apparently, Edith and I cannot get inside. I don't know.
Wow, that's a real vaginal elevator.
There was a wall keeping me out.
I mean, this is Brentech after all. All right.
I got outside.
Yes. So you guys are sorry. Let me drop you back to the Dark Dream here. You fly on really close, and you land yourself behind one of these modules. Obviously, the kind of flower-shaped protrusions. It seems that Freya knows which one, kind of off the bat, is the one that he needs to go to. And he parks you on the landing docks quite close. But there is still the matter of, maneuvering within the spaceship itself, or the space station itself. The thing is rather skeletal, and it's clear that there are parts of it missing, but the life support running on low all this time does seem to be extant in the station itself. And with a touch of a nozzle, Freya extends the docking umbilical, which blooms out of the posterior of your ship, with long tendrils that connect to the docking bay of the station itself and rope you in before extending the massive envelope of a corridor, which is your proper docking umbilical through which you can walk into the space station. Once that is done, you guys are in the elevator shaft, no longer functioning as such, of the Dark Dream that is Belladonna Station.
Shafted again, I say, my translator sort of translating the vague concept of my pheromone.
Terrible.
Where do we put in?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop you guys into the area that I'm not going to name.
Hold on.
Hmm.
Some things became GM layer real quick. Alright, boom, take care of it.
Thank you. So
Yeah,
you guys
I definitely
are on.
didn't see anything.
What was there? I don't even know. Oh wait, was there? Oh.
Those things were on the token layer.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that the line of sight was a little bit off. So, you guys break into the old defunct station, and the docking bay itself seems to be particularly damaged. You have to practically burst into the shaft that you will be ascending. There is no gravity here. However, you notice extensive signs of rusting throughout the station. So anybody who's knowledgeable about salvaging, so presumably our salvagers here, might roll me a Lee, do we have like a knowledge roll, or what are we doing for that? Maybe systems?
Insight?
I would honestly feel like this is
Well, okay,
probably
insight is normally like
mechanics
people
roll.
stuff.
I guess that's true.
I think this is a mechanics test or systems.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say probably mechanics or systems. I would also give a scrutiny if you want to look around.
Edith
Look
Lyle was
around,
scrutiny
look
for sure.
around.
Okay.
No successes. Tragic.
Shit. That's never a good thing to say. Alright. So Lee, wait. I'm only seeing
Man, this place is a
I'm only
dump.
seeing Grinar and you, Lee. I'm not
I
seeing...
roll real dice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel stupid now. I totally should have remembered that.
That is okay.
So, with that systems roll, Lee, you immediately recognize the telltale signs of vent spiders inhabiting this fucked up interior. Vent spiders,
That's why Edith Laya didn't notice anything. He's blocking it out of his memory.
Vent spiders, of course, being a rather resilient species of pest brought into the galaxy at large by foolish humans who stumbled upon their a planet that was once occupied by the Sunderers. They left a lot of metal lying around, and the vent spiders evolved in a metal-rich environment, taking on certain traits, like the ability to make rusty nests of their own in residual metal. Vent spiders are not a fun thing to deal with, but often find themselves lodged into defunct space stations such as this.
Vent spiders, sign of vent spiders, proceed with caution, I say, drawing my stun gun.
Oh, goody.
I'm gonna get
Freya
my
looks
plasma
around,
torch.
she's
How do
like-
vent spiders get places?
They're
Just
like
like bed bugs? Do they
Vent
travel on
spider.
spaceships?
Affirmative.
Yes.
They are a bureaucratic nuisance.
They do actually travel on spaceships. They're very capable of dealing with low oxygen, and they're basically the perfect spaceborne pest species. They don't breathe, or they don't tolerate pure void. But if there's any sort of life support remaining in a space station, they can inhabit it. So, I'm going to say at this juncture, I think it's initiative time. Even though you haven't seen anything yet, I'm gonna say that there's definitely signs of danger around you.
Let's see if Edith Laya can get double-digit initiative for the second time ever. He did!
Amazing.
He's
Now,
not the lowest one. A miracle.
Lee, if I press initiative for something on the GM layer, is that going to be hidden?
It will be hidden from the players, but it will still go to the initiative, and it will appear when you want it to. I'm assuming you want me to roll initiative for our friend Freya?
Oh, yeah, actually, I think I'll get that. I've got his sheets up.
Okay, gamer.
Okay. Yeah, Freya's looking around. His hand is itching on his trigger.
I indicate the platform to our north and say there is a significant obstruction in our path.
Yeah, how much of the hallway is that blocking? Like, is it?
It is significant, but basically you can move through it. It's going to take your entire move.
It's like a vaultable
basically.
obstacle.
It is a significant obstacle, but
Well, like
it
a
is something.
clamber aroundable obstacle, because so like this is an elevator shaft. Are we walking up it or are we climbing? Like, is this?
Well, there's no gravity in this section, so presumably.
Whoa, we're just like floating. Maybe we're all just sort of floating through life, man. Vex doesn't say.
I was about to say that seems out of character.
That is
Yeah.
extremely out of character.
Lee forgot himself.
Vexed Accomplishment Defiance has no time for such frivolous things and is well familiar with the concept of 0 Gs.
Enith Laya.
Where are we
obviously
trying
will
to
have
go?
his opponent on right now.
I marked
good.
it on the board actually.
Oh, you did?
There is, yeah,
Oh.
right
Okay.
up top here.
Basically, opposite side of the map.
Yeah, there's a clear marker of the station proper. The other holes in the floor, or doors as they were, are kind of offshoots of the main elevator, but they're not the proper station module that you're headed to.
Okay.
So, this is going to be Lee, are we using maneuver as only a piloting thing?
No.
Operate is the pilot thing, and maneuver is moving around.
Running around. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whoops. I actually put that in the thing wrong then.
Teehee.
For our good friend here. But yeah. So maneuver then. This is going to be a maneuver roll, everybody. You can move your normal speed if you have a. Sorry, you're moving around in 0G. So you can move your normal speed with a successful maneuver. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time.
I'm gonna go ahead and psych that one.
Well, I have a 0 maneuver and horrible alacrity. But I do have a climbing harness.
Can I use
Well, not
extra
really, it's
successes on
amazing
this
to me.
one to like help like buoy my Thren companions?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I would say the harness gives you an extra roll if you'd like to use that. Presumably you'd be using it to assist in your 0G maneuvering. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if allowed, I'll just hand out my extra success to Greenhar. Like,
Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, she hitches
What do you
her,
mean extra
harness.
success?
If
My-
you
you
get
got
more
it
than-
done.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I just didn't see 2 successes.
Arthropods indeed, Joy.
Well, kind of. So, it looks like all of you do succeed. Wait, actually,
Enith Laya got 2 successes.
Okay, cool. So yes, you guys do succeed, and let's have Freya and Grinar move first. So, normal speed being what is it for a Threnly?
8.
8 meters.
4, 5.
So I, as the normal speed person, will be going slow.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Alright,
Brent
yep,
can also dash
Freya.
with a bite action, which is double your normal movement speed.
Yeah, I don't think you can dash in 0G though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you guys dashing in 0G.
Because if you
Raw,
have to
raw,
roll
you
maneuver-
could, but like, yeah, it makes sense in this environment not to disallow dashing.
Well, yeah. Basically, I feel like if you have to make a maneuver check to move normally at all, that dashing as a side action would be kind of silly.
Mhm.
Who knows?
But I'm not going to make you guys roll this again. So
Okay.
these successes will count for good for the rest of this encounter. That was Freya's turn. Grinar, it is your turn.
So you literally just like, then you would at least use the rest of your action to move again. Like, that's such a wasted turn. What is with this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Okay. No. He gets up to here. But that's going to be a full move.
So first of all, I want to do a scrutiny check to see if I can tell where the vent spiders are, because I care about that.
Absolutely. Please go ahead and roll.
Scrutiny. Okay.
That is a marvelous success. So, let me put some things on the board. GM player. All right. Move you. And you. Come on.
Can they have blow hard
And-
instead of dash? Rideon, the thing is that while the Thren do have many fun anatomical properties, blowholes aren't one of them.
Amazing.
Can they have? No. I think.
Like in Zero G, like. to propel it.
Yeah. They're trying to. It's like playing mini golf, and you get it right next to the hole, and you're just like.
With that successful scrutiny, you notice that there's a lot of them in a lot of places. Two of them seem to be lodged up against the defunct elevator, slowly biting into the metal. Up above, you see a few closer to your destination, performing similar tasks, and there's one lingering in this doorway, presumably having seen Freya pass over and biding its time until someone gets a little closer. It is your turn, and you may use your.
Okay, let's see. Alright, so as a side action.
Now that those have been spotted out,
So you can't move as a side action normally? You just. Okay.
You just get movement like it's D&D.
Yeah, you get movement and then you get a main
Yeah,
action.
I know. Okay, look, guys, don't answer questions I didn't ask. Like, I can read.
Sorry.
Sorry, it bothers me. Okay, so that means I can basically. Because, yeah, I mean, like, I can't move at a time, a melee character.
Is
rather
charge
not
an
twice
option?
Charging would be an option.
I mean,
in
I
this
guess I could
situation.
charge.
think
I don't know
you
if that's
can
what I would
propel
do in
yourself.
this situation.
Yeah, 'cause it'd be a
Well,
bit of a
no, it
rapid
also,
advance.
charge does not say that you get to go any further. Like, I'm reading it right now.
Huh.
It says
No,
that
yeah, it's charges just an
get a
even
deeper attack, but it
attack
does
as
not give
part
you
of an
any
action.
extra movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna stay here and hold my action so I can use it to block. Is that how it works? It doesn't say where you get the blocking action from or whether it's a side or main action yet.
Well, you haven't used a main action, so.
I guess it takes your coming turn's action, so you can't hold one.
I would say you can ready an action to block or to hit the first thing that comes near you at your discretion.
I mean,
Wait, where does it say it takes your coming
guess
turn?
the difference is
Under the reaction description, under the action list.
in.
Oh, that's a. Oh, I think.
yeah, at the top.
Oh, yeah. I've never even bothered to use reactions. I don't think.
Amazing.
It hasn't been necessary.
Okay, I guess.
Fair enough.
I guess I'll just ready a melee attack. I don't know, like knowing the cost benefit of like, I guess you don't get to stun for damage if you do a block, but you also can't. Whatever, it's fine. But this is complicated and the rules aren't very clear.
We apologize.
Nice.
Okay, so
that hasn't come up before, so noted.
Wow.
Well, it doesn't
That
even
was,
say whether or not I can hold an action like that.
Yeah.
It's not a thing in the rules yet.
That was your. Yeah, you can absolutely hold your action and reserve that for when you are attacked, assuming you are in the next coming turns. And it is now the turn of the things that you just noticed. Crawling out of the woodwork are vent spiders. Very lovely looking fellows. Born to consume metal. And also very, very territorial about their metal gathering sources. So, couple of them scurry about, and they're less affected by the 0G than you would like them to be. And they all kind of start clambering out of the woodwork. Most of them coming up towards our beloved Freya, and doing a heckin' bite-a-reno. I rolled as Freya for this, but just they're not Freya. Bite. So one of them fails, and one of them gets a success. Damage 1, weak. If you break an enemy, they only roll a d4. Lee, so here, I did the bite thing. How much damage?
Does Freya have armor?
Ooh, good point.
Because assuming that you're stunting that into damage, then that's 2 damage going at Freya.
Yeah, I don't actually think Freya has...
If Freya's wearing the TS...
It's kind of funny if Freya died.
If Freya's wearing the standard Trinity spacesuit...
I assume we just go home. It doesn't matter if Freya's a veteran, if Freya's dead.
Oof.
True.
That is not considered efficient by the bureau. Actually, that's kind of efficient by Mirai standards. Vex might find that efficient.
Yeah, so that's... Alright, no armor successes.
2 damage on the stamina, yeah.
Oof, ouch. Yeah, Freya's like, holy shit! I forgot about these damn things! I didn't even know they were a thing until 5 years ago! God damn! And this one comes over here and triggers our good friend Overwatch.
Bonk watch, if you will.
Alright.
Virinar.
Oh yeah, I didn't put a weapon in there, so I'm just gonna roll my stat because my torch doesn't have a benefit anyway.
Marvelous.
Yeah, that shit is roasted.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What are you using, by the way?
It's armor piercing 6 for damage. It's a plasma torch.
That is some serious damage. So you don't even have to worry about your action economy. As long as you hit like every other turn, you'll insta kill everything.
Well, yeah, but it's fueled, so
good downside.
every time you go, you risk running the power. Mm-hmm. See, already, I fucking hate powered weapons.
Bummer. From the same offshoot.
Space not figured out how to make fire happen for a whole 10-hour shift. Is that impossible?
There's another vent spider that emerges from the hole the other one was in. You get a feeling there won't be more from that hole though, so I don't know if that changes your plans for next round.
The orifice has let loose its final load.
Indeed. Oh, shut up. Inathlaya, it is your turn.
Cool.
Clearly, combat has started. Let me put on something a little bit more combat-y.
Why am I moving in 0.5s?
I'm not sure, gamer. Have you gone snap to center showed others?
I don't know.
That's 9 meters.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it said 8.5. Alright, there we go. He's gonna move there, and knowing his companion has a melee weapon, he's going to focus on protecting Freya, so he's going to shoot, that one.
Excellent.
2 successes. Actually, wait.
Excellent.
I didn't even roll enough dice. Still 2 successes. So that'll be 3 damage because he'll stunt the second success into the damage.
See you, Lerb. Alright, so that's 4 damage. That is a 1
Three
dead.
damage. 3 damage.
3 damage, sorry. That is 1 dead vent spider. It looks at
Yay!
you like this. And then it looks at you a little bit more.
With a hole in its
A
face.
little bit more like this. It's a bloody pulp. And yes, they bleed red. It's very
Oh,
iron
russet
heavy.
sort of red.
Yeah, so
Yes.
rusty sort of red.
He'll say, "Try to pace yourself, Freya. I only have so many adrenalines."
I'll do that.
Also, shoot that one.
He says, planning on it! But it is Vex's turn. Vex, how irked are you by this? Feeling like you're gonna do something fun and exotic?
I mean, I feel like neither of those things describe Vex. Vex is going to advance because, you know, he's got a job to do, and also climbing isn't really a hard thing for him to do with the
No, it is not.
Fus. And, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna think about this real quick. Yeah, no, I'm going to, Inithlia, how many dice do you roll when you shoot at things?
8.
Okay, so you're actually pretty good at that. And, I don't know how good Freya is or not, and Grinar's pretty good at it. So I feel like there's, like, no priority in who I command here. But I am going...
Can your command give Girinar extra movement at all?
No.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna fucking tell Freya, strike the nuisance so that you do not die. They will gain an extra 5 dice on their
Holy
next attack.
shit!
I
many
proceed to fire my stun gun at the vent spider, poking
I really
their head out
regret
north
not
of
giving
me.
Freya something with auto, or like with full auto.
Zzz.
Excellent. So who are you shooting? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although reasonably speaking, it might have cover in that entrance. I don't know.
It probably does. Let me roll an armor for it.
Light cover would be 2d6. Medium would be 4d6.
I'm gonna say 2d6.
All right. So to
Neither
shout
are
this
the-
out, I drop it, and Vex just says, "I will be marking the station for quarantine to avoid contamination. We should be very thorough that your ship does not bring any back with us." And that's
They
my
are
turn.
notoriously good at spreading through ships. They're like space crabs, basically. And it is Freya's turn. Freya looks around and sees a whole fuck ton of vent spiders and kind of nopes the fuck out after, drawing his pistol. You know, he does the whole like, flick it around on your finger thing that they do in cowboy movies, and gives it a 1-2 punch here. Looks like that is a 1 success. That seems to be all he needs, though. And he downs one of the vent spiders, and then kind of jettisons himself back over here. And he's like, "Ha ha ha! That is horrifying. Wow, these things are really quite terrifying. Yeah, I'm gonna stay back here with you guys."
That seems like
Haha.
a good idea.
Grinar, it is your turn. Or Girinar.
They are quite a common pest in salvaging operations. Okay, so I can
Yes,
reach
the
that
nowadays
vent spider.
time. Quite horrific. Why did we ever team up with the humans? They have crabs.
I think it's not just the humans now. I feel like it's spread everywhere.
That's uncomfortable to think about. That is a single success, which is all you frankly need to pulp these motherfuckers. Yeah, good job. And
They're like
I
the
believe that
herpes of space stations.
they are space station herpes. And on the subject, it is the space station herpes turn. There's only one remaining on the field though.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a. the action for my next turn to block.
Okay. Alright. Let me get that bite. Woof. I'm sorry, I keep rolling as Freya, forgetting that I can switch.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Ooh. Go for it.
Take my first edge.
Edge, get.
Yes, that is a success and a 1 on an edge dice. Lee, if you wouldn't mind
The
reminding
first one.
me. I'm sorry. Well, you do successfully block. But
No, you got a 1 on
I
1.
think it's a D4 shock, so I'm gonna roll a D4.
Mm-hmm. I think Lee
So
left the building.
it's D4 plus 2, I believe. So that would be a 5, which is
Yeah, 3 is fine.
Excellent. Excellent. All right.
And
So
I
you
use my 1
crush-
success to cancel out
Okay.
its 1 success.
Marvelous. So, you
So I can't hit it. I
managed
didn't
to
get 2
avoid
successes.
its foul pincers as it becomes Inithalia's turn to take initiative. Inithalia, there is seemingly one remaining alive and kicking vent spider, and it is all up in Girinar's business.
cool.
What you gonna do about that?
I'll move up here and I'll shoot it. 1 success.
Okay,
So
1 success.
2 damage.
All you need. You fire one final blow into this creature's dripping maw, and in 0 G's, it floats about the tunnel, freely floating now that it is no longer gripping the metal with its pincers. It bashes around the cabin, which has grown rusty from their bacteria in their saliva, and you are free of their pestilence for the time being. But, important note here, where there are a few vent spiders, there are typically more, unless you handle the matriarch. So, you have dealt with the problem but at hand, but not the problem overall.
We have destroyed the drones. The queen will soon be alerted. We should hasten ourselves.
Yeah, what she said.
Yes.
Let's go. So you guys quickly ascend further towards the entrance to the station at large, and we gather all the Everybody, gather up, please, around that green square.
We must gather our party before venturing forth. Let me yoink in a fire.
Gather your party.
Sorry, I was reading a particular rule. My bad.
Nope,
All
no
good,
problem.
gamer.
Yeah, Freya looks about you guys and says something like, "Oh man, what a shootout! This really reminds me of when I was shooting out next to the famous rat moth. You know, to fight the rat moth was to fight inevitability itself, really. No matter how one maneuvered their vessel, she was always a step closer to the horizon. No matter where one shot their torpedoes, she was always a throttle tap away from their trajectory. She was smoke, and her opponent, me in this instance, was the wind."
I encourage the petitioner to find a more appropriate time to recite poetry. Vex says, scoping out the entrance.
Yes. I think I grabbed it.
How dark is it in here?
It is very dimly lit. I don't think I have light conditions on, but it is not very bright.
Cool. I'm assuming all of us have low light vision because we are 3 Thren and a Mirai. So,
I mean, the Mirai don't necessarily, or the Thren don't really have low light vision.
according to the rules, we do.
Really, that's a mistake.
Yeah, Mirai don't have.
You guys
No,
come
Friend
from
don't
a
have
planet.
that.
Well,
Wait,
so
really?
we went back and forth on who had it,
It
but
might have been in an earlier draft.
in older
but,
versions
you know,
they did,
we
yeah.
Enith
can
Laya no
drink
longer
alcohol
has low
well,
light vision.
and
Yeah, you guys are from a planet that does not do night every day. So, yeah, you guys don't have actual dark vision.
I'm
low
from
light
a
vision
hive.
isn't
Hello.
I have
night.
a flashlight.
Yeah, the Mirai definitely have night vision. Night vision though, like they're very famously from they evolved as a tunnel dwelling species, and their hives are sometimes dimly lit by everybody else's standards. So,
Do we know
You
if vent
guys,
spiders have any particular sensitivity to light? Would they be more likely to spot us? Or do they not like
They,
it? Do they
they're
have any
not-
particular feelings?
Interesting. Okay.
they mostly come at night, mostly. So they have a degree of night vision, dark vision. I mean.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not
they're kind of like the
necessarily.
Mirai.
I don't need light to burn them, but like if I use a flashlight right now, it's not going to directly attract them to us, is it?
No, they don't like light. It actually burns their small eyes.
Okay,
They're
I
kind of
turn
like
on my
Sheila.
flashlight.
Doink.
So you turn on your flashlight and you emerge from the main tunnel into the module proper, and you are met with a rather interesting sight. Thren Thorn sentry bots. These are not proper AIs like those made by humans. However, the Thorn sentry bots are quite well programmed simps, and they were seemingly left here by the Trinity to discourage looting. You kind of knew about this eventuality, though, and Vex, you are equipped
Do you
with
have
a
access codes
transponder
for them, Vex?
Yes, Vex will say, yes. These are the Thren Thorn bots in remarkably good condition, I might add, for their years of service. Ahem. I transmit the codes.
Yes, they seemingly lock their sensors on you, and you hear like a as they're like as their weapon systems warm their way online. However, as soon as Vex issues the code, you see like lights begin to dim, and that central eye kind of fade down towards their center of their body as they go offline, no longer interested in you as if you were looters, and resuming their standby mode.
Interesting. Does it look like there's a bunch of like vent spider corpses around from like spiders that tried to make it in here and got killed by the bots?
It does not look like there were vent spiders that were killed by the bots. In fact, you would know. I would say in Athlia, you being a medic would probably notice that vent spiders are a little more cold-blooded than.
So they can just be ignored by the bots.
They are definitely ignored by the bots.
Interesting. That's very unfortunate. Would they? And then I guess, would they also ignore the bots in turn?
Quite probably, except that they're a source of metal. You don't see any of them that are rusted, though. They probably have defense mechanisms if they're actually attacked.
Okay. Interesting. So it's become live and let live here. That's weird.
It is quite weird, but favorable to the vent spiders.
All right, Freya, where are we looking?
Yes. Where?
She says,
where are the records?
Documents?
Right. Yeah. The records. Well, probably. She looks at her satchel, or sorry, he looks at his satchel for a second. Why am I misgendering him? He's clearly a male Thorn. What the fuck? I guess maybe the A at the end of the name is throwing me off. Whatever. Freya looks at his
I mean, you didn't
satchel
name
for
him
a second.
Freya. Like, this is the nurse guy.
Yeah, I kind of regret that, but Norse mythology is just so fun.
It's spelled differently.
Yeah, it is definitely spelled differently, and it's also pronounced differently. But I've been doing a shit
exactly
job.
the same. Yeah.
Well, his name is Freya, which I have not been pronouncing correctly this whole time. because I'm a dirty American.
Yeah, that's not what you've
and
been
the
saying.
sound does not come naturally to me. I mean, I've also been saying Freya or Freya instead of Freya, which I should be saying. So I'm a dirty.
Vex is actually on in Little Ichthus. I've actually been to a Freya shop, and Vex found it acceptable.
Holy shit! Terrible. So yes. When could everybody who's like even remotely associated? Sorry for making a language with world ours. But yes, he looks briefly at his satchel before not looking at his satchel and looking at the party at large and around the room and says, "Haha, yes, that way. Right directly through these doors. Oh boy, there's more sentry bots here. I figured I'd get used to them by now. They were kind of introduced later in the war, which is when I joined. Yeah, I'm totally accustomed to them. They don't spook me at all. Some of that was actually out loud. All of that was. Some of it was like kind of whispered, but most of it was audible.
Enithlia is actually going to try to stay kind of in lockstep with him so he doesn't get jumped again.
Yeah. So you don't see any signs of the vent spiders in this room, but you do see some, some markings that they perhaps have started to gather materials from this room. You do know that the vent spiders are an omnipresent problem here. Mm-hmm. So immediately Freya goes over here and says, "Look, this is where the admirals used to sit. Wow, can't believe I'm about to do this." And he sits down on the kind of the primary admiral's directive throne, and he presses some buttons and says, it's really slowly rebooting. This might take a minute." Old technology. Really, really taking its time, huh? It is actually loading, though, you would notice, but very slowly coming online. He kind of bashes the console a little bit with his hand. Come on. Please, come on, load. You are literally my last hope.
It's been a while. You might want to be patient or you might break it.
You're right. And it's slowly turning on, and you hear some signs in ancient, I guess the Thran dialect hasn't changed all that much in the last 100 years, but kind of archaic language.
Hasn't it only been
saying
not that long?
I mean, it's like hearing a slang word from like 50
exactly
20 years ago or something like that.
Oh, yeah, but why would you put slang on like your neutral computer system?
Well, it's overly formal, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yeah.
It is overly formal.
Okay.
As the systems come online, says this console is presently at 2% power. This console is presently at 5% power. This console is presently at 6% power. And it slowly ticks off, and Freya seems convinced that it's only going to actually do things that he wants it to when it gets to 100% power.
Out of curiosity, does this look like a standard information console? What does this look like it's meant to do?
This looks like it is a console that can access the entirety of this module's files. It also looks like it is the command console of the station. So if the station still had weapons, which it does not, they would be fireable from this location. However, it is very, very public knowledge that, Belladonna Station, which is public enough knowledge that it exists. What exactly happened here, different story, but it is very, very commonly known that this is been demilitarized rather substantially. It does not have any of its arsenal. Even the repulsor blasts to put off asteroids and stuff have been removed from it. You know, it does not have any of its defense mechanisms or offense mechanisms, and this was absolutely something that was chock full of offensive systems. It doesn't have any anymore. Freya is loading up a console that would control them, though, if there were any, which there are not. It can also control the ship at large, moving it, if that was what he wanted to do. You don't necessarily think that would be a prudent idea, though. Moving it would probably cause a lot of
and also it doesn't have
damage.
power.
It's very underpowered.
The
Yeah,
engine
no,
room
like
is?
he could hypothetically do
Power
anything.
supply.
But it is not. It is amazing that you asked. There does indeed seem to be a power supply room right to this. Look. Ooh, shit. The door is not supposed to be closed. Here. Do you ask Freya? Because he definitely seems to have knowledge of the inner workings of this facility, if there is such a place.
Yeah, that was in character.
Mm-hmm. He looks at you and he says, "Oh yeah, actually, you know what? That could probably speed up the process. There is definitely a room where we had that sort of backup generator. Trying to think. This is the main room," and he looks at his satchel briefly again before thinking to himself and looking over the room at large, kind of trying to parse what he's seeing in relations to his memories. And he points over to the door to your direct west, and he says, "Through that door and directly down to the south." You know, I'm saying as if, you know, as if we're all looking at the map from above, right? Through that door and on the other side of the hallway, that's the backup generator room. If you can get there, you can probably power everything up so much faster. And indeed, you see through this. Yeah, indeed, you see through this partially closed door that there is what appears to be a backup generator room, although it is really nastily in rusted shape. You've come to associate the shape that this room is in with vent spider interference.
Of course.
Indeed. Freya says, "I'll stay here and make sure that this is all working in proper order. If you guys want to go check that out and expedite the process, that would be super cool."
Vex, would you like to come with, or would you like to stay here and manage?
Vex, noting the lack of dead event spiders in the vicinity of these guys and doing a quick evaluation report on Freya, decides that Vex will be staying with the two friend that kill things well. And says there are 4 options before us. 2 slightly more ajar than the others. And gesticulate to the 4 doors to our south.
No, we know it's this one. I mean, I thought we were...
Yeah. No, yeah, it's,
I see.
The one...
Yeah. Lead the way, Gurna.
Okay, wait. Shouldn't we try to lure the vent spiders out or something? I'm worried about damaging whatever hasn't already been damaged by the vent spiders.
I mean, if you would like to lure them out,
do we?
Loud sounds, indications of aggression towards the hive. A lot of those things will absolutely draw out the vent spiders. Loud banging noises tends to be a good bet.
Do I know that?
Yeah, you were the one who rolled really well on systems, so you probably know a lot about vent spiders.
I'm gonna get posted up around this corner and I'm going to say, I will now alert them. Please, take a...
Frya says, wait, don't alert them to come here, please. That would be, like, super ultra mega bad. He says that, which
Actually,
is, like,
so can you control the thorns at all, or just to not get them to attack us?
Yeah, would they respond? I assume when they powered down that meant they weren't going to be under my control, but...
Yeah, they're not necessarily under your control, but you do know the console that Frya's at could probably get them under your control if you, finagled with it a little bit.
All right.
It probably could do that.
It's not booted up.
Yeah, it probably could do that if it had power.
Catch 22.
Now, when he tells me he really doesn't want them to come in here, can I roll an insight on that?
Yes, but you're gonna be disappointed by the result if you get a single success, which you didn't. I'll give you exactly the same result that I actually would have.
He got one. Well, no, he didn't. Never mind.
Yeah, if you got a success, you would get the same result. He does not want you to attract vent spiders to where he is.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I'm going to.
That's your insight result.
I'm going to say, come now.
Same one you would have gotten with one.
Come now,
success.
Freya. You are a soldier. Yes, we fight for the hive. And then click the button on my voice box that makes a loud banging noise on repeat.
I love how you have that button.
Just I like to use it to liven up office conversations around the water cooler.
Is it like does it just like play like human trap music?
Bang bang.
Oh my god, totally does.
Do I Pat? Do we take the 30 to 10 minute break?
I'm getting you there. I'm getting you there, Lee. I'm getting you there. So yes, you make a loud banging noise, and you hear a loud shrieking noise in response as the fucking walls come to life with you know what and you know who from you know where, presumably. And we take that 30-minute break. Or 30 seconds. We take that 10-minute break.
Cliffhanger.
I go for a small walk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone go watch the latest Mandalorian episode and then come back.
Oh wait, shit, they dropped another one? Damn.
No, I don't know. I have no idea.
My
I haven't seen
Aerith
people
Doll
talking about it.
cameo should have been full of references in that case. Darn it.
Alright, well, I will be right back then.
Yeah, see you guys in 10.
Amazing, Jordan.
Howdy.
ChangedStars.
I wasn't paying attention to time, so I don't know how much we have left.
The answer is we have some, but not all of the time.
Time was made up by Big Cog to sell more clocks.
Wow. That's
Wouldn't that be-
surprisingly deep.
Wouldn't it be small cog or tiny cog?
Well, it's the big orchestrator of small cons.
I think it's the heckin' Coggerino.
I mean, you could also say that and be totally wrong, but have other people agree with you because it sounds funny.
Teehee.
The big coggus. Chungus of
The-
cog.
Big Chungus Cog.
The Chongus.
There was a valiant effort made on that one. Yeah, the bingo card's been
oh,
shared
yes.
in streamers for chat. It's generally a more Fallout one, but you know, it's
Yeah, we
highly
have to actually make a fucking
General
what is it,
diesel
bingo
shot one.
thing for.
Yeah,
No,
I
we
made
really
a
do, we
specific
really
one for the climax of Rigid Stars. I think it definitely hit a fucking bingo.
Oh yeah, no, we hit.
We
hella
need
bingos in
a
that.
change stars bingo, and one of them is vent spiders, like almost kill someone.
I mean, that's a decent thing because honestly, event spiders haven't been like a huge element of lore stuff, but they're totally like I invented them to be like space station obstacle number 3.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
they're the goblins of change stars.
Exactly. They're
They
the
show up,
goblins,
they show up everywhere, and they're easy to kill,
but
but
less
very annoying.
sentient. And also less sexy under certain circumstances. We all know that goblins can be sexy. Let's not mince words here. Anyway,
Not
yeah, no, I
D&D
wouldn't fuck up that
goblins.
spider. I don't know, Madeline. I've got some compelling arguments to make that I will make off screen.
about
Madeline, I'm not going to actually argue with you. I don't care.
Anyway,
Indeed.
What was
So
I
we
gonna
left
say?
off. We left off in a little bit of a tizzy for everybody.
Do we get
let
a
me-
free attack since we lured them out deliberately?
Yeah, like
Yes.
I
Do you
was
guys see the turn order at all anymore?
I
I see the
do,
turn order
but I'm
open,
in
I
as
see
DM.
nothing.
Yeah, no, like we need to lead
Let's go
you
ahead
with
and
the
I'm gonna close.
initiative.
Yeah. Let's all everybody re-roll that good initiative.
Hey,
Right.
wow! And
But yeah, I mean, we all did post up kind of deliberately. So do we get to pop our?
Yeah. No. You guys get a free round. As the
yay.
spiders kind of start crawling out of the woodwork or metalwork in this instance. I've done my turn order rolly thingies. Everybody else seems to have done so as well. Let me pop you guys into descending order.
Enith Lai is very concerned about something he can sort of see through one of the doorways.
Oh yes, Enith Lai, you can sort of see a very large and in charge seeming vent spider, and probably her eggs also in the background.
Why there's no
what's
separate
the
art
play
that's
here?
just the same Vin Spider? Where's our
I
queen?
feel like there used to be art for the queen. Wasn't there art for the queen on the
No,
No,
she's just a large
The queen
version
is
of the
the
same
heckin'
thing.
Chonkerino.
Sorry.
All right, it's just
I'm
a really
sorry
big.
that I'm
It's just a
not-
really
She
big
is.
ravioli.
She is big.
I'm
That's
sorry that I haven't drawn a
she's the
unique
pasta mama.
picture yet. Oh my god. But yeah, you can kind of see some of these, which are also not a unique art element, Madeline.
I mean, yeah, I clearly recognize the alien eggs.
You see some fucking eggs behind her. Oh my god, I feel like such a hack now. You called me out and I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, Pat, why don't you draw each and every event spider with an individual art piece? Give that one a hair bow.
Oh my god, Mrs. Vent Spider.
God damn. I'm so salty right now. I don't know why. It is your turn though, Laya. What are you gonna do?
Oh, wonderful. I will shoot the closest one to me. And then I will move probably to the doorway.
Give me those rolls.
That is 1, 2, 3 successes. I will stunt the 2 extra successes into damage, so 4 damage.
Alright. That is, yeah, which one were you targeting? Ping everyone?
The closest one on my right. So that one.
Oh, yeah. Smush! That one, oozes out some, very red, iron-rich blood, onto the, ancient Thren, war station.
You just
And
hear, you just hear it
floors.
like make a little like water sprinkler sound as it feeds through the hydroponics. Like,
And then he will announce, I believe I've found the queen.
Freya says, "Ha! That really sucks for all of us. I'm gonna keep doing contact things. You guys handle this, I guess? Thanks. In advance."
Freya really feels like a mix between Handsome Jack and Claptrap.
I mean, I don't know what that's a reference to, so I'll just assume that yes, that's what he's a reference to.
Okay, well, add educating Pat about Borderlands into.
I've heard of this word before. I think it's a video game. Vex,
It
it's your
is.
turn. Look, I'm so smart. I knew it was a video game. Very proud of myself. Vex, you called the spiders. It is your go.
Vex is going to
Surrender.
Vex is going to say to Giranhar encouragingly, remove the nuisance, and
Giranhar's very
giving no
encouraging.
bonus whatsoever. And
Fuck. You want to push that maybe?
I mean, I
Do
don't
that.
think Giranhar needs it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop my shot at this other. Let me make sure that I'm. Yeah, I got a modifier of one off this. Okay, yeah. So, I'm popping a shot at one that's in a doorwell across the hallway from me. I feel like there's. I don't know if it's got cover or not. Point is, I'm trying to tase this
No,
girl.
I mean, it's popping out. It's popping out. It's like crawling up
popping
on
out.
the
It's popping
side of that
off.
doorway.
All right, well, I popped
on a
it.
side that's very easy
So
to
if
hit.
it's not getting any defense here.
Yeah, if it's not getting any defense there, it is down to the count.
Hey,
and
I'm
that is
tasing.
exactly the
Vex's voice box changes dialect to say, "Hey, I'm tasing over here."
Oh boy.
Yeah, one regrets plugging in human references to your voice box. You know, I've played a Mariah that made that mistake once. She kind of enjoyed it. I feel like Vex probably is like, why is
Well,
this
you
being the
understand,
thing
Vex doesn't
thing?
really get the references, but he does get this sort of sense of being vexed that it makes in other people, and that's just close to heart.
That's so
Fuck.
sad. Vex play Despacito.
That's actually one of the voice box commands.
Is is that
It
what
is
enraged?
actually-
That's what enraged the Vent Spiders.
Okay,
It was
so
Despacito.
move one space so we can split movement in this game.
Yes, you absolutely can, Girnar. You may go
Hopefully
ahead
do it
and
this way.
ravage the fuck out of that vent spider. Ooh,
Guess I'll
ooh,
re-roll
ooh,
that
ooh.
again.
One regrets not getting an actual functioning command from the commander here. Thanks a lot, Vex. Amazing. Alright, but you do get one success.
Oh look, another shock because the dice hate me.
But hey, you
So
managed to
now
crush
what do I
the
do?
spider.
Is it still a D4 shock?
Yeah,
If it's
a
yeah,
D4
you only
shot.
failed once, so it's D4 plus. Is it
Sweet.
+2, right? D4 +2.
Whatever her, it's whatever her current edge is plus a D4.
Yeah.
I'll check the results.
Okay, well, like you can see the dice.
Shift to you nervously
Okay,
shift
that's
in
the
place
first one.
so
It's an
it's
actual thing.
2 meters off of your movement this stroke next turn.
Hmm. Okay, so
whichever
you've
goes
got
first.
two
Great.
fewer
Well,
meters.
how
to
do I
work
know
with.
which one it does?
It's whichever turn would come.
I guess it. Oh, just whether or
Yeah,
not you used
so
it.
presumably the next movement that you make, period. So it's going to be this turn.
Well, I think the rest of my movement, which means yeah, now I'm stuck here. Great.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you are kind of out of combat range of any currently active vent spiders. So in Italy, it is your turn.
Cool. I will
Once
shoot
more.
again.
Indeed, you can kind of vaguely make out the silhouette of the matriarch behind this door. Actually, you can probably make out a little bit more than that, but she does have partial cover, and she is currently the only enemy you can actually see that is not KO'd.
Then I'll shoot her.
All right.
2 successes. I'll
Make
start.
that one success.
Okay. Actually, no, sorry, 3 successes, so 2 successes.
Make that 2. Okay.
So I will ignore the cover with the 1 stunt, and then just do the regular 2 damage from the pistol.
Okay. That is, yeah, her stamina is damaged. You hear a
Christ,
through the low
that was
atmosphere.
so loud.
You're welcome. I
They
take
get cuter
care
every
to,
time you
you
put
know.
up the art. It's weird.
Yeah, they grow on you, don't they?
I'm sorry.
I think it's because like I described them as ravioli once, and then now I find them like weird.
Ravioli, give me the formioli.
I just imagine them squashing deliciously.
They do. They squirt into red irony goodness. Juicy fucking ravioli sauce. God damn it, I'm horrible at making systems and settings. Anyway, it is Freya's turn. Freya plugs in like a little thing that he had in his satchel, and he just plugs it into the console, and he's like, "Come on, fucking work! God damn it!" But he's currently waiting for the system to do its thing. And it is actually the vent spider's turn now. Oof, yeah.
It's the heckin' Spiderinos.
The matriarch can't move past where she is, but these bad boys, babies, can. Yeah. So some of them come towards where the sound was coming from. Others come towards the most pressing threat to the hive, which is like, you know, currently.
Pat, the Vent Spider Queen does have a move called Slice. You might look at a later date.
You know what? She probably does that. Looks like she does. And she breaks open a little bit of that door that was holding her back for so very long. And, yeah, oof, on her next turn. That's not going to be fun. But it is currently these small spiders' turn, and they are kind of swarming around Girnar right now.
Oh,
so I'm going to roll 3 of them. Looks like only 1 actually gets a success. Now, Girnar, do you have armor perchance? And this one that was attacking.
I have a whole 2 armor.
Oh, they really suck. Go ahead and roll it. It might do you well.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Are we also assuming that we're all wearing the standard vent suit? I mean, the standard Trinity space suit.
Actually, yeah. No. Girnar, add a one more d6 to your roll, please. You're wearing Trinity standard armor underneath. Well, Trinity standard spacesuit underneath your martial armor.
The Trinity standard spacesuit is 1d6 of armor. That's pretty garbage.
Every point of armor gives you a d6. So
yeah, I mean, but she's
it
asking about what
garbage.
the armor value of the Trinity standard is, and yeah, it's a 1 value. Weaker. I think I made a separate one to represent the stuff that you gave cops in that game we played.
We just had the same stats but with no armor for those.
Okay, so you do get 1 damage through, and
or contractors.
Yeah, you take 1 damage.
Alright, and is this first vent spider attacking you with
to
the
stamina or to health?
Yeah, Vex, it attacked you.
Stamina.
Stamina. It didn't. Vex, it did not actually hit you. It tried, but it failed.
All right. Cool.
All right. So that was their turn. They didn't do resoundingly all that well. Vex, it is your turn. You've got one right next to you now.
I believe that firing on an enemy that is engaged in melee in this game is like a -2 or -3.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna give you a -2 though.
Okay, then that's still 66, which I will do instead of anything else, which would be dumb. Because I'm really bad at shit. Okay, yeah, I bezoink it with my Bazapper.
Beautiful, beautiful. We stand.
And
A
I'm gonna
zapping
begin
wing.
positioning myself like... I feel like I'm gonna hold position actually, and I'm just going to fucking, I don't know. I feel like Gririnhar is gonna hit either way. So I guess I'm gonna use my command on Inathlaya to say, shoot good.
I don't think you need to help me, actually. You should probably help her.
Well, they're giving you a +1 modifier, so enjoy. It's my
Okay.
turn.
Yirina! It is
So
your
where does
turn.
it
You're
say the
surrounded
rule
by
about
the enemy.
shooting into melee? I can't find that anywhere in the actual combat section or like the action section. So how
We'll
do
work
you?
on that. We will
Organization.
absolutely work on that.
Okay, all right. So I
That
think
said, you've got a melee weapon.
I know that I do. I just would like to know how things work because if I were playing with a gun, it would irritate me to find that out after I'd read the combat section. It's not in there. But you're right. I do have a melee weapon.
We absolutely
It's
understand.
unfortunate
I
here.
will
God,
search
that's,
the
like
rules.
not quite the amount of space. Then I need that. Well, but I mean, I wanted to do a cool roll to like get through these with a slight better advantage, but then I'd only be able to hit this one, and I'd just be sitting duck for the big one, which is what I actually like to hit. So I guess I'm just gonna move through, and if they'd like to use their action to attack of opportunity me, they can do that.
They totally
Like,
will.
I can't disengage. Which, to be clear, means they can't attack next turn. It apparently in the system it costs you your action to do that.
I mean, they probably would attack
But
you
it still
otherwise,
makes sense for them
and
to do
some
it
of them
now.
are definitely going to die in between now and then, so yeah, they're gonna do it. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I think that's what they would do. Like,
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, this was a risky maneuver, and it definitely did do some risk. Roll me 3 armors, please. Including that extra 1 from your Trinity Standard spacesuit.
Bug Zapper. You didn't mean as a pun?
So, 3d6 as opposed to your normal 2d6. Okay. Fail, and 1 success on that one. Okay, so
That's
1,
4 damage
2,
getting through.
3, 4. Yeah, that's 4 damage getting through.
So up at 2 health.
Yeah, you have 2 health, but you are presently standing, Shoresies. And you have your full range of movement. So, and this one's down for the count. Don't even take it into consideration.
okay. So I'll hit this one.
Let's see.
Dominic, if you scream if you're dead.
Seriously? Every fucking time! Every fucking time. I hate today.
Yeah, that.
But
Oh.
mostly
Oof. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That actually sucks. Wait, you got 1 success, right?
Oh, look!
Out of 8 or...
No, that was
Okay.
my reroll. Again. Wait, shit, no, I can't even do that because I panicked the first time. Oh my god, I hate...
Oof. Yeah. Lee, maybe we should consider not having that block rerolls. Feel like we don't have to be 100%
I
Alien
mean,
RPG.
it does an alien, like, it should... Okay, so I didn't hit
I mean,
it
I
all,
feel like
and
it's
now I
bad
just roll
enough.
my edge break. I guess for the
An
first...
edge break.
Yeah, I mean, the more edge you
And
take,
that'll
the
be
more
a
likely
1D.
you'll take shock. So you could.
Yeah, you know what? I think go with the reroll. I think we're gonna work on that. I think you know,
Okay.
lead. Correct me here if I'm wrong. if
We can
this
talk
sucks.
about it. Yeah, we can.
I think go for it. Go for the reroll.
Trip.
Okay, so then I
okay.
rerolled. So I'll get one success, which is the damage. I guess then I'll re-roll. What edge break? Not edge break. What edge shock do I roll now?
So yeah,
how am I
you
supposed
take
to tell?
both.
Is it, when does it
many
stop being a D4?
It's when you
get more
roll
than one
multiple ones.
red one pop up.
Oh, okay, but all right. I guess
So if you
that
fail, if
sort
you
of
fail on
makes
one edge
sense,
die,
but
it's
not really.
wait. How does it not make?
All right, so you trip and you freak, and every friendly within 6 meters gains 1 edge. So that's
Ooh, edge.
You and every friendly.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I just heard every friendly when Lee said it, so I had to check to see like also me or no.
There's two
Yes.
versions of that. There's a higher version that does the opposite, where you lose an edge and then we all gain it. But that one is just everyone gets one.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. So you did get one success against the Vent Spider Matriarch. So that is all into damage. Yeah. So let's drop one. How much damage does your weapon do?
Split like 4, and it's an AP of 6.
Damn, you got a good damn weapon. All right, so 0, and then down by.
Look at my power.
Oops. All right, 4. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
So yeah, how does out of curiosity, how does the power work? Because that's a mechanic I have not looked at.
Presumably you roll
So see how I just rolled 5d6? After every time you're supposed to roll your power, and if you get a 1, any number, it goes down by 1.
Ah, yes, okay. So it's the same. Yeah, it's the same as life support.
All diminishing resources basically use that mechanic.
massive creature oozes ravioli juice red blood out from the various burn marks that you've left inside of its hide. It squeals
Really
in
weird
agony
color.
as it ravages the walls with its pincers. That was your turn. Inithlia, you're up to bat.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue shooting the queen.
You also see a whole bunch of motherfuckers that aren't the queen that will have a move,
Well,
but
I mean,
not necessarily an
Inithlia
attack.
does what Inithlia does.
Yes.
No,
I'm just saying they exist.
Remember, you get a
No,
+1
you're
modifier
right.
to your next shot,
You're
Inithlia.
right. Giranar seems like she has this under control. So
I mean, I still feel like the queen would be smarter to hit. Like, you can only kill one of those unless your gun has full auto anyway.
Yeah. It all depends
I mean,
on what you
honestly,
want
it
to
doesn't
do,
matter.
Inithlia.
Like, it's in it, like,
It's
would do
entirely
something
up
to
to you.
this for the moment based on an assessment.
Man, I cannot get my Roll20 to play any music right now, which is, I'm sure, very
having-
cinematic for the people watching at home.
having enemies
That's a bummer.
between me and my allies is always an issue. So I'm gonna start picking off the ones in the hallway. So I'll shoot the closest one to me of the small ones. Yeah, that's 3 successes. So it's dead. It's
Yeah.
very, very
Which
dead.
one did you shoot?
The corner one, that one.
This one. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely dead. Red ravioli juice oozes out of their square-shaped body as it falls to the ground. And do you want to move?
I actually, no, I'm fine where I am.
All right. Yeah. Freya Lana looks at the computer console, and the computer console tells him 15% loaded, and he fucking bashes it on the fucking side of its damn fucking thing. Ha! You can see he's clearly extremely frustrated with the slow loading of this ancient Trinity or ancient free Trinity tech. Bashes it a couple more times, and he's like, "I'm cool. I'm fine. Ha 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 ha. This is fine. Everything's fine. It's all cool."
You could always try going back into cryo to wait for it to boot up.
Ha! That was a joke. I love jokes. He looks at you like this.
Seriously though, do you need a
Absolutely
drop?
as unhinged as he appears.
Would you like a drop?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine. This is fine. All
I'll
fine.
take your word for it.
And that's his turn. It's the vent spider's turn. And these ones begin to crowd around Girnar. However, they have already done their actions. That said, our glorious queen has not. And oh, would you look at that? Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm gonna block
is...
that, even though it means sacrificing my next action. But I'll be dead, so I wouldn't really get one anyway.
That is the smart thing to do. So one success cancels that out. So that is going to
Wait, no,
be,
it doesn't. It cancels out one of the successes.
Yeah,
so
so
three
she needs to get
still.
3 more.
Cancels, yeah, sorry, one of those successes.
Actually, wait,
is
I can
what I
re-roll
mean.
to get more success.
Yeah, you can.
Didn't panic this time. I mean,
Yes,
up for
you
a
can.
shot.
You
So I'm going
absolutely
to
can.
push my edge to dangerous limits.
We
Don't worry, my edge break won't be helpful if it happens. I just fix things. I'm an engineer.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hey, look at
That's
that!
better.
Nice, with 1 to spare. With 1 to spare, nonetheless. You like parry this, you filthy casual.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the
so
Vent
I mean,
Spider matriarch weighs down the force of fucking years and years of evolution growing up in
Actually,
the
wait.
midst
So,
of the
I know
ruins
it might
of
be
the
smart to do
gods
damage,
of the
but I
setting.
think I'm just gonna push her. Wait, no, fuck. 'Cause then I still have to take the aggro from the other. God, do I get a sense of how much health it has? Like,
There's actually a red bar that you can
yes.
that's hidden.
You can, yeah, the red bar is hidden, but it looks like it's down to 4 health. Huh.
oh, then I
And you know-
use my extra success for damage.
And does your damage deal 4 damage?
Yeah, it's a 4 damage plasma torch.
Oh man, alright, then that last success goes towards damage. And yeah, no, she lays down the force of the pestilence that grew up in the ruins of the gods of this setting, striking left and right and left and laying down upon you with those hands that lurk about her mouth regions. Those mandibles form to draw forth the bowels of existence from the ruins of the gods. She lays into you, and you stick your fucking torch right up in that maw and let her have it. She does not bite into iron, but rather, she does not bite into cold iron, but rather hot fucking plasma from your torch. And oh, does not suit her stomach well. As she splatters across the wall, and also onto you, that lovely, lovely red shade of ravioli juice that pours down the iron walls, oozing from her now quite exploded corpse. You hit your mark. You did it good. You did it very well.
Yo, that was fucking sick.
10
I wish
points
this were the first
to
time this
Hufflepuff.
had happened to me. I'm gonna be Vince Spiders are probably a pretty common hazard in the sound profession.
Yeah.
Vex, it is your turn. Sorry,
I
it is
step
not
out into the hallway.
Gironar's turn.
And I'm
There are
gonna,
2 vent spiders yet lurking, lingering.
I'm gonna pop a stun gun shot and miss terribly, and say, yeah, Grinhard, mop him up. That's gonna be a
Yes,
positive modifier
Girinar.
2.
It would be your turn to take action, however, you can only move on account of the fact that you spent your action.
Well, so she
well spent.
she does have her side action.
Well spent.
Yeah, so I'd like to. Yeah, well, I'd like to roll basically to get away from these current vent spiders. So I guess I'll go like
entirely
here.
valid.
Well, I don't know. Wait, never mind. Is
Gonna
that even
move it.
worth doing? Because then I basically just have they'll just come over to me. Can't really move far enough, but I really can't aggro 2 more attacks of opportunity. Let's see. Is there any cover in this room?
There would be cover if you got through the wall, through the doorway.
Okay, so I guess I'll roll to like over here or something. So that means that they can attack of opportunity if we want. It's just at a -3, but like.
And I guess it is not. No, it's not a new round. You're at the bottom of the round. They can't attack of opportunity you. Not yet.
Oh, huh. Well,
Yeah,
probably
they already
move
spent their.
more.
Yeah.
Wait,
Inithlia.
yeah. Wait, actually, if they can't attack me at all, then I'm just gonna move back here, and Inithlia can give me the adrenaline shot that I have. Like, I'd really like to have my stamina back up so I can fight things and not die.
Absolutely.
Drugs.
Yeah, Inithlia, it is actually your turn now.
Cool. I will absolutely adrenaline Girinar for well, actually, there's only 2.
I mean, you could use a med kit. I also have 2 of those.
Well, it's also
Yeah, you
more,
could
the
also-
med kits can't be used in combat. They
Take 10
take 10
minutes,
minutes.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
So
It just takes 1 minute to administer on the description that I copy pasted.
yeah, you're sorry, not 10 minutes, 1 minute, but it's still it's not.
I mean, it's still a long time in combat. Yes.
So and no, adrenaline would be the appropriate thing here, but just as far as resources go, but I feel like shoot first and then heal later. So
I mean, yes, but you literally cannot hit both of them. So if I die from the other one because you didn't heal me, like, my ghost will be pissed.
he's going to step here, and then he's going to shoot the one on the left, his left,
Okay.
our right, the farther one.
Got it.
1 success, and he actually will take 1d4 shock.
Okay, yeah.
So he will take no result though, because that's a total of 3.
He handles. Oh wait, total of 3. So like, yes, that was. Yeah.
No, I meant the shock is a total of 3. The gun goes off successfully and it does 2 damage.
The gun goes off successfully, lodging itself in this ravioli's face, and yeah, another splatter
Chef
of red.
Boyardee ass looking motherfucker.
Yeah, the fucking Chef Boyardee motherfucker splashes all over the walls, and there is one remaining fence spider. It is Freya's turn. Freya's turn. Sorry, Freya. And Freya just bashes that computer console a little bit more, and the computer console says 15% loaded. You can hear screams of agony from Freya, who is in actual no danger. The vent spider takes its turn and does come up over to Inithlia and attempts a bite, succeeding once. Dealing you 1 damage unless you have armor.
I do have 1 armor.
Please,
I
roll.
roll a 2 on. So does that work on failures or successes?
It works
You gotta
on
hit a
sixes.
6. You gotta hit a 6 trying to do
Okay,
that.
then I take 1 damage.
Okay, yes, you
No.
take 1 damage. As the vent spider lodges its maw upon you and starts sucking out your fucking marrow. Like it really gotta have that iron, you know? And you are a lovely source of iron with your blood and everything. And it is your turn. There is 1 remaining enemy. Is this song playing for you?
This is the only fucking song I've been able to get to play. Literally every other song won't play and this won't appear on
Crazy.
stream.
That is so unfortunate. I guess we'll have
There's
to play this for the
nothing
rest
but
of
a
the game.
dark
I
future.
have
Weird.
a modifier of 1 and I aim my shot.
Here, just play 70s funk
Wow,
again.
I zap this thing so hard with my
Oh
fucking
yeah,
stun gun.
it is
like,
so hardly zapped.
like it
oh
gets
yeah, no, it is
absolutely
gone.
mall-copped into the ground.
Yeah,
Cool.
fuck that
so-
bullshit.
Cool.
I
So
look
once
cool
it's,
in the
once
process
it's,
and just like blow smoke off my stun gun.
once it's knocked out, Enithlaya will knock it off his arm and stomp on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it is absolutely dead now, and you squish it like the ravioli is, and your boots, once beautifully black and reflective leather, or latex, or phatex, threntex, now completely soaked in that red, juicy garbage blood that they have.
He'll turn around and say, "So, you need medical attention?"
Affirmative.
He will
Good job.
pull out an adrenaline and say, "Stick out your arm, please."
Done.
And he will stab you, and you will regain all your stamina.
Yes.
Yeah, well...
You regain all your stamina.
I'm pretty sure that she's gonna overheal, right? Because she was conscious.
I can... Yes, she's conscious, so she will overheal.
Boink, 4 stamina.
Oh, that's cool. Alright, I'm also
party
going to take a drop.
That is probably a good idea. Do you have your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
The party now has access to all of the doors that they were not capable of entering earlier because of vent spider attacks. So, please do as you will throughout the station.
Enithlaya will use a medikit on himself while we wait.
The thorns
Which one of these
do
is
not
mine?
respond to this transpiring. They simply wait, eagerly attending some sort of action that they can respond to, knowingly.
Wow, they suck. Like the bad Trinity. It's not good sentries. Okay.
Very, very good place. They're the best place. Yeah, so the Vent Spider Matriarch's domicile is filled with eggs, but is otherwise useless to you. There is, however, a door that accesses the room that you were intending to go into in the first place, which you can easily press a button and get through. Boop.
Yes.
Well, that's just tragic. I failed a medikit myself.
Amazing.
No, no.
That sucks.
I pushed it and then and still failed all of the dice and then rolled a 1 on one of the edge dice, and so I shift in place and do not regain any stamina.
That sucks.
Yeah, Enithlaya, if anyone's paying attention, they'll see Enithlaya wince as he tries to sew up the hole in his arm.
Yeah, the only person in the room who could possibly pay attention is probably Freya, and Freya is currently trying to do some tech things that are beyond your ken.
He
Which
suffers
is to say,
silently.
bashing the side of the console like it's
As
nobody's
Freya
business.
suffers loudly.
Indeed. Girnar, you now have access to their backup generator room. You see a place where it would definitely occur to you that you can perform a mechanics sort of role to it would be a mechanics role to get this place fully operational. There is also an access point to the systems right next to it, if you would like to check the logs of this station. You succeed.
Okay,
Quite
so
handily
I get the
at getting the
power
backup
working, and
generator.
then I probably check the system.
Mm-hmm. You hear 100% loaded, and from the other room, Freya shouts, "Holy hell yeah! Yeah!" It is quite obnoxious. Yes. So
Okay, so I also got a lot of successes
that was
to
4 successes?
checking the. Yeah.
All right. So the first thing you notice is something pops up on the screen. It is the word "change" in archaic Thren, followed by yes, no. And the answer yes is selected, and suddenly you see this pop up on your screen. I have given you access to a new handout.
Huh, so he actually
that,
is a
that
soldier.
Currently, yeah, that is what pops up on your screen after the change.
Well,
yes,
I
no,
mean,
and yes.
Is there a picture?
There is a picture. It is a fuzzy-looking picture of Freya, grinning smirkily. But there are also other options that you can look through in the system if you would like.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to know anything about the highly classified secret research they were doing here, and or
Yes. So you see actually a log of activity of this station, and it looks like this station was present at a number of very explicit surrenders. It looks like this station hovered around systems that were quite resistant to Thran occupation. You remember the war, information about the war. You weren't there, obviously, but everybody knows that Thran had superiority with regards to space. However, with regards to planet-side conquering, that wasn't really a super good option for them. What you might surmise is that this station operated as a blockade, preventing goods and services that were necessary for the civilians on any given planet to continue living. Period. This ship stopped any sort of operations that were intended to sustain a system's presence in the Empire, stop them from receiving the things that they needed to continue existing, forcing their surrender. This was a siege engine. And yes, it had a retinue
That's
of...
just a funny use of siege engine. Like, normally, they try to break sieges, not maintain them.
No, this was the siege. This blockaded planets and stopped them from receiving anything that they needed to continue existing without, further assistance, forcing their surrender to the Trinity, or to the, at the time, Sisters Species Coalition. It did a lot of other things too, but that's the most notable thing that you see repeatedly used as a technique. Started with Commander Trent, who had grown tired of the prolonged war and desired a quick end and a final solution to the prolonged combat. She, of course, retired well before the end of the war, but her legacy lived on, and those who followed in her command followed her techniques, which were efficient, if not barbaric. Many planets starved. Many civilians died. But the sister species won every conflict that this station was brought to, no matter the cost of human lives.
It's like, just in case you thought anyone in ChangedStars was a good person.
No, Commander Trent kind of sucked. We all knew it. We all kind of fucking knew it. Yes. But
Enid Laya walks back into the room covered in
brought to a lot of systems.
in ravioli juice, or covered in formioli. And he's like, "What did I miss?"
Freya says, "I found my document. But it's
good.
not. Yeah, it's not really like loading throughout the entire system. he says as he's like pressing buttons and doing shit. You know what? There is absolutely something that I could totally ask of you if you don't mind. All the way to the south. Through these doors, essentially. But you're not in that room. All the way to the south, there is a backup systems operator, which will definitely be able to load fully anything that's in the system. I didn't want to go there from the start because I didn't even know if it was working or not, but I can see now that you guys have gotten the systems working that it's totally fully operational. So if you guys just go into that backup systems operator, that'll load everything I need and we can just be gone. It'll be perfect. Easy.
Wouldn't it be faster if you do it yourself? You know what you're looking for.
Okay, so
it's really not that hard. All you gotta do is turn it on. And I'm also kind of working here. Gotta make sure that once it comes on, I've got this all downloaded to my, floppy disk.
Floppy disk.
floppy disk. Okay, I don't get it. Don't I have his information, or is this like just a thumbnail and not the actual file that we need or whatever? Like, what's wrong with the console?
It is a thumbnail, not the file. No. It is bringing up the information that Freya is expecting to see. You're also not in the room with Inadlion.
Oh, okay. So I can't hear that? Because, I mean, regardless, I'm going to start downloading information from this computer.
Totally. Inadlion, you do not hear or know anything that's going on in the other room. You only have the information that I just informed you of from Freya.
Okay. He's gonna peek out the door and because he doesn't know where the other guys went. Vex.
Is this just a route to get all of us out of that room?
Yeah, you can move down
We're
there.
in here, past the smoke, teehee.
Present.
Which direction are you guys?
Boop.
Over here.
Oh, alright.
We're
that's out
right
of my-
next
oh,
to
I
the
can
egg
see you
chamber.
down there.
Down.
Yeah. There's. He said south, right? Like.
Yeah, far south, like through these doors, and then through the doors to the south of that door.
Okay. Apparently there's a backup down there that you guys should check out. That'll have a more complete file or something.
Yiranar, as he is saying this, you notice on your screen, activate defense protocol. Yes, no. And the yes button is selected. All of a sudden, you hear a coming from the hallway. In Italia, you notice that the thorns
Of course.
look up once more. Their eyes queuing in on any threats that they can notice. And the only threat that they seem to be keen on at the moment in Italia is you.
Cool. I would very much like to duck back into the room and probably shoot that one.
Well, ducking back into the room is not going to be an easy feat, considering there's also a thorn right behind you.
Well, that's what I was saying. I would like to duck back in the room and probably shoot that one.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, wait, so on. We're
it's
shooting
better
at
than
the.
being- it's
We're
better
shooting
than-
at the
I
sentry.
mean, you can do an
Yeah,
test alacrity maneuver to avoid opportunity attacks as you, duck back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in Italia, you get a kind of a round on them. I'm gonna keep the current turn order. In Italia, it's your go.
Wonderful. And then he's gonna shoot that one that's closest to him. So he's gonna dive through the doorway and then start blasting. One success, 2 damage.
Okay. Excellent. 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 So let me check their things real quick. Attributes. Lee, do they have armor? It doesn't say on the thing. I'm assuming they do.
No,
though.
they do.
Oh, they don't. They do? Okay.
It's all in the entry. Like as I it said, I put some in chat, but yeah, like they have like 5 armor.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll 5 armor.
Holy shit, 5 armor? Oh no!
No
We're all
successes.
gonna die. Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. He takes 2 damage.
All right, cool.
What does the blue bar on them mean? Is it just like a replacement for stamina?
It's something else. Synths don't have stamina.
Oh yeah, the synth. So it's processing. Okay, never mind. We're good.
Yeah. So that was your turn. Freya looks around and says, "Oh, hey, they still work. That's awesome." Hey, Enithlaya, I'm really sorry to do this to you, he says, standing up, leaving conspicuously his satchel on the throne. Really sorry about all this, but I'm gonna just dip if that's okay with you guys. I'll see you on the flip side, or like not. Bye. As he slips into the tunnel that you guys came through, seemingly intent on getting to your ship. Bye. He waves. A very human expression. That was his turn. He kind of dips. It is not the vent spider's turn, but the thorns' turn. As they all perk up. Enithlaya, you are the only enemy that they currently have sight on.
Fly is very
And
fucking
only
dead.
2 of them currently have sight on you.
Yeah.
They're not maybe the best at like cognition, but
Also,
the 2 that have
like
sight on you
Enithlaya can't be
definitely have
standing
sight.
there. That's on a wall. Like,
Is
at
that
best
is
he-
that in the wall?
Presumably
Okay,
he's like right here.
there. I wasn't sure what the edge of the room was, so I just moved as far as I could.
Lee, the is Twin Link BRCS?
That's their gun, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Ooh.
What was that?
God.
That was a fucking firing
they
squad.
shoot things at you.
5 and 2 successes.
You have armor, right?
I have 1 point of armor.
1 armor.
Ah,
1.
awesome.
Okay,
You
I
might need
fail-
some adrenaline after
I
this.
fail the armor on both of them.
Like, yeah, Pat, like, did you read what I put in chat? Like, we will die. There's no way we can beat 6 of these. I didn't intend to fight
Oh yeah,
any
no,
full
don't
health.
worry. I'm fully expecting their off button to be pressed by somebody who has access to the same console. to
Yeah,
turn
I
them on.
mean, it's unfortunate that my initiative is at the end of the turn order right now.
So
Yeah.
I take 4 damage.
No. So the first one deals 2 damage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna say
6
one of those
from the
damage
first
was
step.
to suppress you.
Well, no, so
you know.
it's if full auto firing already suppresses Enithlaya for free,
Bummer. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
which
full
means
auto.
that
Oh,
Enithlaya
no.
is
Oh my
taking
God.
a shock, I believe, or making a resolve. I inject the document.
So I
We
take 2
figure
damage.
out
For
how
each
that
of,
works.
I take 2 damage for each of those 6s.
No, not per. Every additional one is 6, but the first one will deal 2.
Well, yeah, I think it's 1 damage for each of the rest of them, like Alien.
Yeah. Every one for the rest is 1.
That's still 7 damage for the first attack.
Yeah. So Enithlaya, you're kind of KO'd, I think, just by standing near these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a D12 to see how you break.
Okay. 5 on a d12.
Okay, abrasions.
Somebody gave a dangerous to go alone though.
So from now on,
quote-unquote press F.
any health damage will cause you to begin bleeding out, due to abrasions, and you are of course broken. And you would now make a resilience endurance test to remain conscious.
Okay. It's dangerous to go alone, me, but they just wanted to press F, so.
Yeah, no, but go ahead and make that. Go ahead and make that resilience check, please.
All right. Just straight.
And if you
Is it just straight resilience?
Yeah.
I believe so.
All right. I fail.
You know what? You actually fall on one of your adrenalines, and amusingly enough, you did not plug it in all the way, and you actually get the benefit of an adrenaline right now. Crazy how that dangerous to go alone works.
That's great. Cool. I'm conscious now. Yay.
You are absolutely conscious, and in dire straits.
I don't get health back from that, do I? Or how does that work?
Just stamina.
You just got stamina, and
Okay.
your life kind of sucks right now.
So I am prone but conscious?
Yes, and 100% if you were to move in front of these thorns, they would probably take their shot.
All right.
Vex, it is your turn. You heard firing from afar, and also bite in an obnoxious Thran male voice. What's your play here, Vex?
Well, I'm not fucking going out there and getting lit up. So I'm gonna be like Grinhar. In your professional salvager opinion, what is our best move?
It's like, I'll turn them off again
Excellent. I will await that
with
eventuality.
this fully operational
Yes.
system in front of
I
me.
will hold my movement until she does that, and then walk outside.
Yeah, Girinar, you looking at a fully operational system in front of you. If you want to turn off the sentry bots, that's a systems check for your life and the life of your
Yes, I
colleagues.
would very much like to turn off the sentry bots.
Very important role here.
Why would we do that? No.
All right, but you know what? One success is really all it takes. And the sentry bots go. And seemingly turn
Okay,
off.
so if I re-roll, can I get them to target Raya and
this
then
would take 2
lock
successes.
the programming?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I mean, I
Successes.
can re-roll because I haven't into the edges yet, but we'll see.
Mhm.
how
Two
this
additional
works.
successes in addition.
But I'd really like to slow him down and also probably kill him. But I would never admit that I'm a good Trinity citizen.
Ooh, one,
Well,
two successes.
let's do.
Oh my god! All right. The sentries go. And they are back in functioning, baby. They have exactly one goal. Get that one motherfucker that did you guys wrong. That asshole. That one. The one that's currently in the system. As having served here. And they will slowly start to move towards our dearest friends. Some behind the screens maneuver checks later. What do you guys? So the sentry bots are all going to hurry towards the exit. What are you guys going to do in the meantime?
Flya
Yeah.
is going to groan.
Notably,
in pain.
there's a satchel left here.
Yes, he's going to groan in pain.
Oh,
That's
we
side
got
action.
I mean, also Inithlaya is
Yeah, I think you stand
not
back up.
great.
I think you stand back up at 1 HP when you wake up.
I start with 1 if I go conscious. Okay. Then I will. Yeah, Enithlaya will groan in pain as a side action, and then would like to tell the others to grab the satchel as they enter the room.
Mm-hmm. So inside you see
Yes,
a
oh
book,
my-
a bookmarked book, with plenty of dog-eared sections.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god, is this his memoirs? Like Aaron Burr, well, fake Aaron
No,
Burr
he was
style.
just he was just quoting the book to make it seem like he was reminiscing.
There's a
Just,
book
oh, so he
called
was just a complete imposter? Okay.
The Flight of the Blue Rat Moth, written by
Oh my
you
god,
know,
it's just like a
some
biography.
asshole human, you know, about 75 years ago, during the Reformation of the Trinity. Seems like somebody who was there at the time wrote a book about the events that transpired here. And this guy just so happened to have read that book. And now his book and also his other possessions, acquired from a Rastian home ship, are all in your possession. Apparently he didn't need them. So,
What the fuck did he get? What was the point? What did he get from the
I mean, he
computer
got the
that
he got the credentials, but I think
oh, that's
we would have
true.
figured
That's-
out that they
that's like
weren't
that's
real,
a
so now he
lifelong-
can use them to get that money.
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, if you guys look in the system, you absolutely see, I've already shared this with you, but
Yeah.
you know, try Alana Quicks, rank 3 pilot, date of entry, AF 2006. If you actually, you know, give me a systems roll, and if you would like, you certainly may, you might find out more about that exact entry.
I will do a systems roll.
Well, they're
Oh.
doing that.
Ooh.
Well, they're doing that. I would love to make sure that he hasn't stolen our ship.
Yeah, Vex, you noticed that this entry was not actually published in 2006, but it was literally published a couple minutes ago.
I
This was a
freak
complete
out though, and
fabrication.
every friendly within 6 meter gains an edge, and I think that happened before NFI moved, but I don't know
That
if
is
we were within 6
okay.
meters.
Yeah.
I
Everybody
beat
goes
it
up that edge.
the edge, actually.
Oh,
Yes, so
Yeah, I guess we follow and try and fucking catch him.
Yeah. well,
indeed.
yeah,
indeed.
time to move.
I'm gonna gather you guys up.
yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
we'll
gather
take
you
the
guys up.
satchel
no,
for
no,
evidence.
Get back up there.
I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm moving
Understand.
all of you in one place so that I can grab you.
Yeah,
Let me
up
grab
here
you.
away from the monsters,
There you go. Thank
so
you.
we don't
All
bring their corpses with us. Just, you know, the ravioli blood.
right. Indeed, indeed.
Edith Wyatt is covered head to toe in blood, by the way. And for Muoli, he smashed every egg.
Amazing. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, you guys.
There's a reason
do
why he
marvelous job.
wears a slick skin tight suit. Viscera,
I did not think
Viscera-
this was that reason.
Viscera falls off it very easily. He's a
Excellent.
medic, like often a combat medic. He does combat, and he's a medic.
So you guys,
Okay, so-
meander down to the tube once more, and you're greeted with an unfriendly sight. 2 sentry bots lie dormant, having been shot quite well aimed, right in their softest spot, floating around in the 0G. There are only 2 of them here, though.
I mean,
Okay.
we hasten. The only
Keep
thing I would
going.
suggest is like if we we probably don't have time to try and like take their gun arms. We just gotta hustle. Do we have to roll maneuver here?
No, I'm gonna say you guys all pop down to the bottom. I just wanted to explain that to you.
Yep.
That there are some,
Shut up!
you know,
Shut up!
shut up
Sentries.
fuckers. And as soon as you get to the edge here, you see the rest of them, kind of static in motion at the edge of the docking bay as your ship pulls away from it. These sentries are, of course, only programmed
what?
to handle issues within the ship.
I'm just gonna go ahead and like fucking kick off like right after the.
Yeah, you guys have time, actually. Now you could make me a maneuver to jettison yourselves onto your spaceship from here. It is still retracting.
I mean,
It
I
is
have
like
no maneuver.
100%.
Like, I think I would just die in space.
Yeah, that's
Not really
exactly
into that.
that's exactly what
This
I'm
would
about
be a
to
good
do.
time to command her.
Well, yeah. So I am going
late.
to.
She died in space.
I actually freak out, and all within a meter of me and myself gain an edge. Yay! And I can't
Oh,
push that
yeah.
because I.
No.
got
We've decided you can push that. It's fine for this session at least.
No. He failed. He rolled a shock table, so he can't push it.
Saying it's okay. You can
Oh.
re-roll.
Yeah. All right. So then
I'm
will
saying we're not
maneuver
alien
again.
RPG.
And
And we
I
can
will say that yeah, okay, so I get one success, and yeah, I will communicate command because we kind of need Madame Prond over here, or we're gonna get our asses whooped. And I will push that as well to get up to a nice total
Alright.
of 5, and I will communicate negative modifier 1, and get 1 more success for my trouble, and then that's a D4 plus 5. For a grand total of 5, 6, 7, 8 fumble. I drop an item at the Dreamweaver's discretion.
What do you have on your person?
I have. Oh, I just realized that I have actually really good armor on. I'm wearing an impact vest, but I am literally the officer default, and
Ooh, do you have the satchel?
No. Why would that's not
Oh,
an item that
no, I
exists
have
in the
this
game.
Was that? Okay, that was Prawn's acquisition.
All right.
Never mind.
Enith Laya is actually going to make a maneuver.
You probably dropped your paperwork or something important to you.
Alright.
Your tablet, it's gone.
Enith,
No, your additional notes.
Enith Laya is going to make a maneuver check. He gets 3 successes
Nice.
and throws a fit and shouts a string of profanity as he launches himself towards the ship. So he loses 1 edge, and which he just gained, and then you guys gain an edge.
Marvelous.
Oh, fine.
Marvelous.
So,
But it worked, Lee. Your sacrifice was not in vain. I got a success because of your extra dice.
Amazing.
So yeah, so I would like to stunt to do the thing real good with my 2 extra successes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, no, you guys all are absolutely stunning as you jettison yourselves through space, towards your ship. And let me just grab one small thing from objects and tokens. There we go. Perfect. Put you on the objects and tokens. Beautiful. Boom. All right, cool. So I've gotten all my things in sorted order. All right. So, wow, there's no music playing. Why is that? Let me do something. That's
time for
stupid.
70s funk.
Yeah. Lee, can you play something that you can actually hear, or
There's
is that
literally
just not
like I've refreshed the roll 25 fucking times, and I can try and play it. Maybe it's nope. Dark Future, the
Alright.
one fucking song.
It keeps starting.
Oh, whatever. Let's play that damn song then. All right, so you guys are all on this page, right? You're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, the ship is.
Wait, no, I see nothing. Sorry,
Really?
I lied.
Why do you guys not have sight on this? Lee, the players don't have any sight on the Dark Dream, which is kind of unfortunate. I thought they all did.
Oh shit!
Let me
not
go
seeing this.
grab.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
let
I
me
see.
actually
Now I see
grab-
things.
Wait, is
Oh,
this the
yeah.
first time seeing this map? Oh fuck!
Pretty.
Yeah, that's okay.
I gave
Yeah,
it vision.
sorry
I
about
didn't
that.
put it under anybody's control.
This is what the station you were at looks like.
Yay!
You guys didn't see that earlier?
Apparently.
Yes, that's what the piloting roll from earlier was for, that you guys didn't realize was happening because you didn't have sight. Whoops, my bad.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is what your ship looks like if you hadn't seen that
No,
before.
we saw that.
Okay, cool. But yeah, no, this is the Dark Dream that you have currently removed yourselves from, extricated yourselves.
Yeah, and we
From-
saw that too.
Yeah, you jettison yourselves onto your ship. This lovely salvager vessel that is currently being manned by unknown forces. Well, You can make a guess. And you lodge yourselves in the yet retracting umbilical cord boarding zone. And you know you're entering your ship, who is commanded by a hostile force.
All right.
What preparations do you make?
Do we have any kind of auxiliary control?
Not from the corridor you're at. Not at all. You'd have to be on the bridge. Where? Presumably.
I'm sorry, why would it be auxiliary control if it's on the bridge? That's just the normal control.
Yeah, there's not an auxiliary control. It's from the bridge.
Okay, yeah, then the answer is no, which is fine. Like,
sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I answered that poorly. My answer was, do you have any sort of potential to have auxiliary control? The answer was no, not unless you're in the bridge, in which case you have normal control. But that was my thinking, which was not correct to what you were asking. So yeah, you gotta get to the
so
bridge.
what else do we know about what he has controlled on the ship? I'm assuming that we don't have internal weapons because we're a salvage ship.
Yeah, that's not a thing you have. He presumably has control over your robot pilot too. If he's gotten this far,
I
he's
assume
probably
also doesn't have any defensive capabilities.
Nope, just a pilot.
I mean, it could still probably try to punch us, but
Okay, so has he done anything but like lock the doors? I guess. Like, I guess we'll
As
start
far as
moving.
you're concerned, he hasn't even done that. Yeah, he hasn't even locked the doors yet.
Okay, so it's just gonna be a trap
just
waiting at
getting
the
the hang of
bridge.
That's what you're assuming.
All right, let's hurry then.
why do I not have any polyhide? I'm such a bad medic.
I have a clot
Indeed.
shot if you want
Well-
it. Not as good as polyhide though.
I will absolutely take it. I just need extra health.
Yeah, now is absolutely the time to make
Yeah,
preparations
go for it.
such as that.
Yeah, I will absolutely stick myself with a clutch shot. It also will, let me double check how the abrasion thing works. Any health damage causes bleed. I might want to hold on to the clutch shot. But no, because I'm
Okay.
only at 1 health anyway, so if alright, I'll just stick myself, I'll go up to 2 health.
Yeah, anything that causes
Alright.
you to take damage to health does cause you to bleed now. So.
Thank you kindly.
Yep.
So, you're going to have to come through the single file. Who's going first, and who's going last? I can make up the middle.
I mean, so like I
I'll
meant for
go
that to be like the
first
way
with my
out, and
weapon
this
out
lift
front
is
of
the way
me.
down.
Yeah, preferably you two.
So,
one of you
like-
two goes first with the heavier armor.
So like I thought we were gonna be going down this lift.
I mean, yes, you're going
Oh,
to be
is that the
down
way?
the lift, but then
But
you're
then,
going to have to...
we have to go out the door of the lift.
Yes.
Like Pat. This is the same lift.
Okay, so I guess it has a twofer.
I mean,
Okay,
do it
sorry,
however
so
you want.
can-
That-
you can stand up two.
How
Yeah,
how
you
I
can stand
intended
up
the map
two.
to be read doesn't really matter, I guess. Just
That's
wherever
fine.
you want.
Yeah, no, you can stand
I'll
up
go
two.
first.
You
I
have two
mean, I
by-
don't have great health, but I'm not also good in a fight. I mean, I guess I am because I'm the buffer, but whatever. Doesn't matter.
Okay, this all work? Vex in front and the rest of you guys in back, kind of?
Sure.
I thought it was the complete opposite, where I was going to be in the front.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Just
I'll move
honestly
you front.
can't tell like where we're supposed
Yeah,
to
no,
be even
I'm
moving.
sorry.
Which
To
one of you has
any
more
room.
armor?
God, stop moving yourselves. Vex and...
I mean, Vex
oh,
does,
darn.
but like, I'm a melee fighter. I can't fight from the back.
That's also true. Okay.
Okay, so...
You can both be in the front.
Yes, you will move right here. And when you do so, it is absolutely time for initiative.
Okay, the old one.
Alright. Okay, carefully reselects
Did they
token
lock the
in
doors in the
advance of rolling
ISS?
initiative.
That's a good point, Jor. Who's gonna break into the ISS?
Man, I've been rolling rocks for initiative today. That's great.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, you guys all got the drop on Freya. Although I will say that this person's gonna get an initiative too, and let me go ahead and make them. Actually, let me just have them operate on Freya's.
God, is there a mystery person? Is it a Rastian
No, not
smuggler?
really.
What is it called off again?
Is it a New Squine non-binary smuggler?
Is it the Tokapri?
No, it's this motherfucker. Tokipri.
Just
Having
Toki
been
Bree.
completely reprogrammed.
No, my precious Toki Bree. Complete. Like, how much time did this guy have?
Dude, he's like Team Rocket. He's
Trail.
stealing your Pokemon.
He has a fucking program bought by Rhenish money that does most of the
Okay, that
hacking
makes sense.
for
I'm
him.
like, he's also a couple years.
He's an asshole who works
Hack.
with Rin. He's literally just a guy who stayed in Rin for too long. That's his thing. That's his backstory. He's just an asshole con
That is the
artist.
worst. He literally almost killed all of us for his gambling debts. That's what happened.
I mean, you have to admit, it's a fucking ballsy con.
In Ithlaya, you come in through the door first, and you see Tokapri standing up, fists barred. She does
It
not
is,
look
but he
like
could have
she's
just
built for fighting.
hired actual neutral smugglers to do this for him. Like, he didn't have to get Trinity people killed. That was petty.
Unify is going to step there, and he's going to shoot Freya in the face.
Give me that shot. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. I eagerly await the shot.
Else. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes. Holy shit.
Okay.
5 damage.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. He's damn. He's on his pop that down to.
Are there grapples yet?
He's up at 1. Vex, it is your turn. You pop in through this hatch. You're wearing armor. This motherfucker looks at you intently like, ha! And, Freya's in the captain's seat. Not looking too hot. Blue blood oozing out of various newfound orifices, thanks to Inithlaya.
The next shot will be in the dick.
He can't quite respond, but, you can definitely see he's, pure enough to make a witty retort. But it is Vex's turn.
I mean, it
Vex,
is really
our
bad
friend.
that he slept with you. Like, even for a sex therapist, that must be kind of hard to deal with, that this guy...
I'm gonna be
Nah,
like,
just-
yeah,
thought it
no,
was okay to have sex with somebody who's going to get killed.
go over there and
Nah.
secure that asshole, and then I'm gonna get shocked.
Amazing. Wow, that's a sucky fucking, oh yeah, you got 3 successes though.
I trip, and I'm prone, and from prone position, I shoot at him with my Taser.
You can
And
just-
that is
yeah,
a
give it to me,
base
give it to me.
2
Oh, wow.
damage, so
Oh my
I
God!
think he goes bzzz.
Oh, he is so
You
unconscious.
I'm like,
You tased
oh
the
shit, I
fuck
eat
out of
shit,
him.
and I'm like, I gotta save face here. Bam!
Dude, you max pained the fuck out of
Yeah.
him. Through the
Days.
doorway sideways and
He's-
blasted him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he seems like he's about to make a witty remark. Perhaps you think to yourselves, perhaps he will quote that one book that you guys now have in his satchel on your side, Girnar. However, he does not get the opportunity. He makes a point with his hand, and he seems as though he's about to say a word. Something you would rather him not say, considering he's kind of a tool. But before he gets the chance, you strike him down with your
To be fair,
weapon.
it's a stun gun, so it's a subdual, so I think he actually has to make an endurance -5,
Ooh.
and he can remain
Ooh.
standing.
Ooh. I'm gonna make that roll. He's not going to succeed.
0 dice,
Oh.
yeah.
Fuck him.
Out of 0
Wait,
dice.
there's always gotta be one. I'm gonna roll 1d6 right now. We will see. No, he falls. He's unconscious. Tokipri kind of goes inert. Our protocol is no longer in effect. You have the bridge. And this asshole, unconscious, at the foot of
Okay.
the pilot seat.
I'm gonna reprogram Tokipri because Tokipri is our pilot, and
Yeah,
you know,
give
our
me
other
assistance,
pilot
yeah.
is an unconscious traitor. So
Yeah. Give me
let's get this
assistance
working
roll.
again before we all die unintentionally.
Oh, it's beautiful. Tokipri perks up and says, "Tokipri! What are your commands, officer?"
So glad to be back.
Yeah,
Fly us
she
back
says,
to our
"I'm
previous
happy
space
to be
station.
back, Commander. You got it, boss. Tokipri!"
Enid
And
Lai
she-
is busy dragging Freya's unconscious body out towards one of the rooms.
Towards the fucking freezer.
Yeah, she sits down on her throne and she says, "Setting course to previous destination." She presses buttons, so she's really perky and cute about it.
So Enid Lai is gonna toss him in. He's gonna bind his hands and feet while he's
Mhm.
unconscious, and he's gonna toss
Mhm.
him in the one of the cryopods. And then he's gonna pull up. He's not gonna turn it on yet. He's gonna pull up a chair and he's gonna find a notepad,
Mm.
and he's gonna write out. 1 second. And then he's gonna write out. Then came a slew of minor orderlies and ambitious warlords who burnt themselves out trying to fight the sleep this thing inspired. And he's gonna tape it to the window of the cryopod.
Nice.
And then sit on the chair backwards and wait for him to wake up.
Appropriate use of poetry. Vex approved. Maybe.
I love you so much. This is beautiful. Amazing. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think you know what? We will leave it at that. If you guys are okay with kind of the cliffhanger ending, which is not really a cliffhanger.
I mean, I feel like it's more of a swoop
Yeah,
off
like
into the sunset.
you'll
I
Go
think
to
that's. I think
therapy
that's
prison.
the sunset. Goes to prison. All right, wonderful, wonderful.
I'm a very petty person, and when you give me a chance to quote something into an enemy's face, I have to do it.
Oh, you bet your ass I did. That was mwah, beautiful.
Chef's kiss.
All right. Yeah, so let me pop this onto a funner track for the ending, although nobody but us will hear it. Let's see, what do we want? What do we want as our ending song? Let's do this. Is it not gonna play? Come on. Here. Because we didn't get a chance to play this earlier, and Lee and I discussed this, that we would. This is going to be our end track.
Long as
Alrighty.
it's not jazz.
Yeah. So who needs to go first? If anyone.
I mean, Lee has the normal structure, right, for how we do the breakdown or whatever it is.
The breakdown usually goes if one
Whoever
of you
needs to go first.
you go first.
I meant,
Let's
well,
go
I meant
with
like the
Favorite, least favorite, we want to see more of.
Yeah. What is your favorite, least favorite, and what do you want to see more of? Let's start with you, Eric. Favorite, least favorite, what do you want to see more of?
Also, we love audience feedback. It's under the Alien RPG feedback section right now, but if you go to the Discord, you can give us feedback, and we'll read it off if you do it before the end of the stream. Do you think you bite?
Favorite is just being able to play ChangedStars. I fucking love this system. And just messing around in the world. And just, you know, good chances for good roleplay. Least favorite would be almost dying in one hit.
Sorry.
No, I mean, it worked out. It was very, I mean, it would have been very bad if I had not ducked into that room and had a high initiative. Because I was in a hallway alone with 6 of them.
You were with 4 of them. You chose to move into the room that had 2.
Well, because I was in the doorway, so I was in range of at least 5.
Yeah, you were in range of a couple of them. It would have sucked. 100%.
Or in sight of 5 of them, in range of 3, something like that. I don't know how far their range is, but I mean, like, if I could shoot a pistol 28 meters, I feel like they can probably shoot me down the hallway with a Gatling gun. Anyway, so that worked out. So least favorite was that, probably.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, and also forgetting to buy poly hides, apparently. So that'll be remedied.
I mean, they are expensive. It's like 200 Raidu / TLC TFCs, whatever they're called.
Yeah. Cloud shots are 150. Yeah, I mean, getting health back is hard. But constantly taking adrenaline is not great. Yeah, and then things I want to see more of. Let's see. Just I really like varied encounters. So the mixture of like normal enemies with vent spiders, the classic like unbeatable enemy but you have an off button type encounter, getting to the ship, to the final boss kind of thing, and the classic, you finally get to the final confrontation and you immediately destroy them in one shot.
I feel like that's gonna be a common trend in ChangedStars. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
like
I always love that trope of the person who's been taunting you for like 1,000 hours of gameplay, and then you just one shot them because they're not strong. They just send strong things at you. So
yeah.
you finally slog through, become this ultimate badass, and you get to them, and they're just like, "Please don't blow my head up." Anyway, but yeah, so I guess that's it for me.
Marvelous. Madeline, what did you like? What didn't you like? And what do you want to see more? Very interesting.
Okay, so I liked the stuff that we learned about Belladonna Station, which was cool. Things I didn't like, it didn't really feel that connected. This felt more like a Lee one-shot. Like you move around maps and shoot things. Or get shot at. Like, not all of yours, but like a lot of the playtest ones are kind of like that. And I mean, I get her pissed, but this one, like, it didn't feel like the conflict had anything to do with the station itself, which I thought it would, so that was a little disappointing. Like, the information seemed kind of tacked, and like, vent spiders are an enemy that could be literally any space station or ship, and even the sentries, like, didn't really relate to the problem of the station. I thought more interesting if you used something else against it. Yeah, but I mean, otherwise it was cool. And I guess what I'd like to see more of is, yeah, I mean, I'd kind of like to see the Trinity side of, well, the Federation side of the war, and more of what they kind of did.
Yeah, I did not actually dwell too far, and I kind of predicted that you would be a little bit upset that the central premise of this is that there's kind of a con artist here who's not actually anything that he claims to be. So, I mean, I kind of predicted that you would not find that,
the con artist part was fine, but then you didn't really develop that either. Like, if you'd done the thing with the Rasting smugglers that got set up earlier, and they had been there to help him, like, that would have made sense to me too. But, like, neither one happened, which made me feel like it was just like we were fighting enemies and not like there was a deeper story.
Yeah, no, I definitely messed up some of the execution here. But yeah, no, I didn't dwell too far on what actually happened with Belladonna Station, aside from the obvious, like, it was a blockade tool that starved out a lot of human settlements, which was kind of an objectively horrible thing to do, that the Trinity was, or that the sister species was okay with because it was winning them the war. But you know, aside from that, like, I didn't actually dwell on like the specifics of it. But I think I did leave some room to
Yeah.
work that into future stories, which is kind of a secondary objective. Like, I have introduced Belladonna Station into the canon. It is now a thing, you know? So, like, maybe it's something that'll come up later. You know, if that ever happens. So, yeah. Wait. Sorry. Go ahead.
Also, like the blue-winged rat moth.
yeah.
We didn't learn anything about that person. I guess their biography.
Not in the slightest, and that is also something that is now established in the canon that may or may not come up later. I'm kind of a dick. I'm sorry. Like, this was actually
Pat is your first taste is
trying to establish some things that are now part of the canon that may or may not come up later because we will now know they're a thing. Who knows? But yeah, thank you very much for playing in this, and also thank you for your feedback. I agree with you that I kind of did, kind of, with forethought, make a bad game. I maybe should have connected more things to more things. This probably was more of a, like, yes, I'm establishing canon here, and also there's a friend god artist sort of game, which maybe I should have thought through a little bit better. So I do actually really appreciate your feedback, and I will take it into consideration. I didn't necessarily think through how the gameplay of this was going to be as much as I should have, and it did result in kind of just combat after combat after combat, which probably bored the shit out of you guys. With exception to, like, you know, the fact that they were more or less diversified, but they weren't really super diversified. So, you know, I get that there's legitimate criticism there, and I would definitely take it into consideration. Yeah, so, Lee, what did you like, what didn't you like, and what do you want to share more of?
Well, I like the general scenario and the tie-in with the greater lore. I didn't like that, I don't know, the issue is, like, this, it's impossible to properly give feedback in these situations where I help make stuff, because, like, I obviously knew the map layout and how things were supposed to go, and I knew that there was a matriarch room you wanted us to avoid, and then the plan was to make noise to draw out the vent spiders, so I made noise and drew out the vent spiders, and then that wound up
definitely
dragging the vent queen anyway. But it felt like in character that made sense, but, like, I don't know, it was a really weird situation. I also kind of intended for, like, the other doors to be quite openable if you wanted, so, like, I felt kind of like we weren't really looking at the full spectrum, and yeah, I don't know, it was, I guess also, like, you just designated one of the 4 rooms rather than saying the bottommost room was our target, so, like, we could have just snuck into that one and been done. I don't know, it felt like there was dissonance between map design and the intent.
And I did stick to that plan, but there was a secondary objective, which was putting the power.
It just felt like there was a degree, but also, like, you know, I made the NPCs, and I meant to ask you about it, but I never did for whatever reason. Like, hey, like, how strong do you want these units to be, or, like, you know how strong they are. So, like, I guess from my perspective, it just kind of felt like there was a degree of dissonance between the ways the maps and the units were designed and how you ran them. And when things were not great, it felt overwhelmingly due to that dissonance, not because you were quote-unquote doing something wrong. So, like, that's not really feedback on you so much as, you know, in future we probably want to get a little bit more clear about what you want these things to be useful for, because it feels like that might have made some things a little smoother. Otherwise, I've been kind of space cadetting tonight, but yeah, it was really good. And we are getting it. I see literally a viewer is typing feedback, so I don't want to. If we get there in time, I'm gonna read it out. So I'm just trying to kill time by talking more. By the way, if you like these tiles, !Fallout, !Alien, you can get them, and you can check out Pat's Patreon and Pat's Twitter. And yeah, they're very lovely.
You have all this thing.
I'm gonna refresh the ChangedStars.
Yes, at some future point there will be a ChangedStars website and Kickstarter.
Yeah, technically there's a website.
There is actually a ChangedStars website.
Not much to it at the moment.
See
technically. don't recommend looking it up yet. Working on it. Wait, did you turn the music off?
I'm trying to refresh again to get any fucking song to play.
Wait, so was Western movie not playing?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, that's such a shame. Ah.
I can hear it.
Right, but like it's not.
Right, we
through, so the
can, but
stream
we
can't.
can't, which is the weird.
Yeah, it's
bad
yeah,
thing.
it's the stream.
It's working for me.
It's all working for me too. I've been hearing the songs all night.
Dark Future is the only song it'll fucking hear.
What the fuck?
Lee is cursed.
Thank you, Lee, for your feedback. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's even though everything else in Ending Summer is an RPG, we're now using the ChangedStars system. But yeah, so Great Defender. Things you liked as a first-time viewer, you had a blast. You like the synergy of all the players in the DM. The system seems super fun and interesting. Oh, thank you. Did notice some overtalk, but it's a bit unavoidable in an online medium. True, but we can always do things to improve it. Things you want to see more of. I like to see more RP between characters as like an RP-oriented person. Fair, yeah. And in our one-shots, like we have a recurring campaign on Mondays. If you remember Shin and Casey from the LARP, they are in that campaign. We have a recurring campaigns Mondays.
It depends on the
and
one shot
Thursdays.
too.
Yeah. But like there are recurring campaigns on Mondays and Thursdays, and we tend to get into a lot more character roleplay on those days. Well, we play D&D with them on Monday if you want to come out, 8 p.m. Eastern sharp. And keep it coming. You're so hyped to watch more streams. Well, hey, we're hyped to have you have more streams. We stream like 3 to 5 nights a week, just depending. But Mondays are our D&D stream. Thursdays are our Fallout stream. Saturdays is Pat's ChangedStars streamy. And we sometimes do playtests Wednesdays and Fridays, or dev streams Wednesdays and Fridays. You can come through and hang out. But yeah, great to have you, Lee, from Lee to Lee.
Yeah.
Excellent to see thee.
One Lee
and I think I'm gonna. I mean, are we good to pop the raid?
Someday.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wait,
right.
did you have something to put in there?
No, I was just gonna say someday I will be involved in the ChangedStars campaign, as opposed to.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually thinking of running one pretty soon. So I'll keep you posted.
Yeah,
Oh,
count
cool.
me in.
Yeah.
Reserve me as
So we're gonna raid
I haven't
Lee
told anybody.
Communication L2L.
So
I'm gonna
it's just announcing it right
raid Arcane Arcade Official and peace out. Thank you guys for coming out.
now. Woo! Thank you guys.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2.